Okay, it seems na daghan na we are mainly na at the platform. So I guess others will join later, no? Kay since it's 8:33 already. So we will wait for Sir Neljan's signal, no, to start our webinar. So for the meantime, please find your most comfortable venue at your home or in Will's Air kung asa kusog ang signal. Okay, we
Sir,
would like to hello, Sir Naljan, yes?
what about how about Sir Cesar po, sir?
Yes, I chat Sir Cesar. I guess he is preparing now, no, for his part. Nakakaano na siya, sir, informed na po. So at this time, I will mag-start na ta, Sir
Yes,
Naljan.
sir. Yes, sir.
Before we will start, no, our workshop proper, we have some preliminaries to begin. So welcome to our webinar workshop on the online class. So I guess mayroon na tayong 41 participants together with the STEM faculty, and I would like to acknowledge the presence of our two STEM advisors. We have Sir Robert Morcilios for grade 11 Mendel and grade 12 Descartes, Ma'am Dinaline Martil Ayado. And we would like to thank as well our ever expert EdTech teacher, no, Sir Neljan Aurelia, for giving his 100% time, effort, and cooperation for this online class. So a virtual applause, please. Palakpakan po nato si Sir kay out of his kanang koan time and nag-share good si Sir sa Neljan sa iyahang expertise. Without his expertise, we do not know. No, so salamat gid kaayo Sir Neljan in behalf of the senior high school faculty and staff as well as to our school principal. So I guess we will start na. So before we would like to ask everybody to put ourselves in the presence of our Almighty Father. And before that, we will have first the national anthem to be followed by the um, opening prayer through visual presentation.
Sir, currently, sir, I'm very sorry, no? Currently, I have technical problem regarding my laptop. It would just shut down. um,
Okay, okay.
for now, I cannot share. Is Sir Cesar present already in the platform, sir?
I think we wait
Yes,
with
yes,
Sir.
yes.
Yes. So, ano na lang ta, sir, we will skip first the
Um,
preliminary. So,
sh- sh-
we will
can I
move on to the I see.
may I ask Sir Cesar na lang to present the audiovisual presentation po for the national anthem. Available in YouTube po, sir. Thank you, Sir
Sige,
Cesar.
sige po.
Okay, for all. all my acclaim, the joy and the pain, I'm making them yours.
Things in the past is yet unseen, wishes and dreams that are yet to come true. All of my hopes, all of my plans, my heart and my hands are lifted to you.
Lord, I offer my life to you, everything I've been through. Use it for your glory, and Lord, I offer my days to you, lifting my praise to you as a pleasing sacrifice. Lord, I offer you my life. That I am, that I have, I lay them down before you, oh Lord. All my regrets, all my acclaim, the joy and the pain, I'm making them yours. In the past, things yet unseen, wishes and dreams that are yet to come true. All of my hopes and all of my plans, my heart and my hands are lifted to you. Lord, I offer my life to you, everything I've been through. Use it for your glory, and Lord, I offer my days to you, lifting my praise to you as a pleasing sacrifice. Lord, I offer you my, Lord, I offer my life to you, everything I've been through. Use it for your glory, and Lord, I offer my days to you, lifting my praise to you as a pleasing sacrifice. Lord, I offer you my life. Lord, I offer you my life.
Mga kapamilya, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Ang isang lang wala, mo'y tanong ay narating.
Once again, thank you, Sir Cesar, for facilitating our national anthem and our opening prayer. So once again, welcome to our online orientation for students and parents, no, regarding our online class. At this juncture, may we call on our Sir Cesar Navales, our special science teacher one, for the house rules. A big round of applause, please.
Thank you, Sir Rain. Allow me to present my screen. Wait a second. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Let me present to you the house rules for this orientation, no? So that we will have a smooth sailing flow of orientation. Let us all follow these rules strictly, apply discipline to ourselves. And first one is look for an area with good reception. Katutas sa dapit nga kusog-kusog og signal aron dili ta magsigig kawala, no? Kaya aron makuha gid nato tanan nga i-discuss sa mag-orient sa atoa, magtudlo sa atoa kung unsa ang angay nato may baluan for our next quarter nga online classes, no? So ato tag area good with good reception. I'm sure nga kabulotang tanan kung asa dapit sub ang reception, ang signal sa ato ang mga balay, especially sa mga dapit nga medyo hinay gud ang signal. Next one is turn off your webcam during the orientation unless you are asked to turn it on. So makita ninyo diri sa ubos, this part, kanang video camera nga icon, no? Kung siya naka-red, that means naka-turn on imuhang webcam. Pag naka-red siya, just like this telephone, kung mo ana na iyahang naong na surround na siya by a red circle, that means nga naka-off imuhang webcam. So make sure nga naka-red siya, naka-off siya unless you are requested by the speaker to turn on your webcam. Okay, to avoid distractions, especially kabalutan nga naata sa atong mga balay karon or asa nga dapit ang uban, daghan magkisaw-kisaw sa likod, natay nag-multitask ang uban, no? So aron dili ma-disturbo ang uban pud nga naminaw, nag-focus, let us turn off our webcam unless we are asked to turn it on. Our next house rule is to mute our microphone unless recognized that to speak. So similar to the webcam, tapad niya if you are using cell phone and even sa laptop, no, it's the same icon. Mao ni ang iyang icon. It looks like a microphone, no? And pag naka-red siya, that means that naka-mute ka, but it's not covered in a red, it's not in a red circle. That means nga naka-on siya, no? So let's mute our microphone unless you recognize that to speak. Next one is do not interrupt the speaker. Wait until recognized or wait for the open forum to ask your questions, no? So dili ta pwedeng kalit-kalit ra mag-turn on sa tuang microphone, maghulat ta nga i-recognize ta. There are times nga ang speaker mangutana, are there questions? And then wait to be recognized before ka mag-unmute sa imuhang microphone. But there are also times nga ang speaker nato will tell you to wait for the open forum before mo mag-ask of questions. So in that case, you will have to wait. Maghulat na lang yun, no? Hangtod sa last nga part, nga moingon na ang speaker, okay, karon ihatag, ipangutana na ninyo ang inyuhang questions. That's the time nga, pwede na ta mag-istorya. But then again, you still have to wait to be recognized. Never interrupt the speaker, aron nga hanay ang atuang orientation. And to be recognized, use the raise hand button. Okay? So the raise hand button is this one, kaning murag kamot. Kung nakaputi siya, that means nagpataas ka sa imuhang kamot. Matingala ka usahay no nga tawagon ka og kalit. That's because nakaputi siya. That means nagpataas ka og kamot and mo reflect na siya, makita na siya sa uban participants that you are raising your hand. Para for example, nag-raise ka og hand, and then i-recognize ka, that's the time that you are going to unmute yourself. Pag humani mo og ask sa imong question, kindly mute na pud og balik sa imuhang kaugalingon, and pag human na nimo og ask pud sa imong question nga wala na kay lain question, balik ka na pud og tuplok ning raise hand button so that mawala na ang dili na namo makita nga nag-raise gihapon ka sa imuhang kamot. Alright? Anyway, you will be taught about all of this later, but this is just advance nga pagtudlo, no, so that smooth sailing ato ang orientation. And you can also type your question in the in-call messages. Just click this three dots sa gilid and then pop up dayon ni sila. Click on in-call messages and then mo pop up dayon ni siya. Okay? So you type your message here, tuplokon nimo ning send message, i-type nimo imuhang message and then i-send dayon nimo. Pwede nimo ni buhaton kung dili ka gusto mo istorya. For example, banha sa inyong dapit, no? Instead nga mag-unmute ka sa imuhang kaugalingon, you can type your questions in the in-call messages. Okay? And if you are done with typing your question, pwede nimo tuplokon ning X, okay? Para mobalik dayon ka sa ining screen. Right? Next is do not click on anything else on Google Meet unless you know it won't distract the audience. Ayaw pa taka-taka sa og tuplok. Okay? Kaya basin mokalit ra ka og share sa imong screen, kaya nag-explore lagi ka, mokalit ra kag share sa imong screen, and then makita namo kung sa imong nakita sa imong screen, which will be distracting, makadisturbo siya sa part sa audience. So do not click on anything else unless sure ka, no, nga dili makadisturbo sa tanan ng mga participants. And next is of course to listen attentively so that dili magbalik-balik ang questions. Okay? Pag na-ask na ang isa ka question, do not repeat the same question. And aron pud nga ang ato ang application ani by quarter 2 mahimo pud nga smooth, mahimong successful. Next is participate. Whatever the speaker tells you to do, you have to do it. Okay? Kay aron ma-apply na to kung sa iyahang giingon, mag-participate ka. And turn on your webcam for the picture taking later. So usually siguro mga after the orientation, after the question, you will be asked by the speaker to turn on your webcam so that we can take a screenshot as documentation. And when turning on your webcam, make sure that you are dressed appropriately. Walay naghukas-hukas, walay naka-spaghetti dress, spaghetti nga attire, no? Walay naka-sleeveless, dressed appropriately for documentation purposes. And that's all for our house rules. I hope for a smooth sailing discussion with all of you.
Thank you, Sir Cesar, for presenting our house rules, and I believe that is clear and clear pa gyud sa transparent cellophane, no? So simple ra kaayto siya nga mga house rules that we need to follow not only during this time but during our online class. No, remember nga we are here in school to be taught what are the proper norms and conduct. So we need to follow that one all throughout our life. Dili lang kay sa webinar, i-apply nato siya sa ato ang practical nga kanang setting, mga students, teachers, and parents. At this time, may share na naman, no? So I will talk about the by the way, thank you, Sir Cesar, for that comprehensive information for our students and parents. So at this time, I will talk about Data Privacy Act. No, an overview lang siya, quick review for the Republic Act 10173 or the Data Privacy Act of the Philippines. So I will share my presentation. So I got my presentation from Sir Leonardo Aguirre, the Deputy Privacy Commissioner. The Data Privacy Act of 2012. So what is the private then? what is found within the four corners of your home and within the confidentiality of communication. So this would be the questions that we need to answer no sa ato ang unsa ni Data Privacy Act. What is private now? And what a person knowingly exposes to the public, even in his own house or office, is not what is private, but what he seeks to preserve as private, even in a public area. So as we all know that we are in the digital era today, mga students and parents, no? So we are really exposed to social media, to our phones, then we observe na there are different um, what's this happening that is going on in the world, no, na makaingon ta ba na unsa na lang day ang definition sa private and public, no, even mga personal na to nga mga informations ma-divulge na in public without our permission. So I guess this is right time and highly relevant, no, to really implement the Data Privacy Act of the Philippines, or the RA 10173. So we don't want to be what's this put into public without unknowingly nga unsa day ang nahitabo, no, nganong naabot na ang atong mga private informations sa public or na-publish na in public. So masyak na lang ta. So not only to our personal informations, but as well as to the national information, no, nga gipanghimo na gipang unsa-unsa na lang, may it be gipang baligya ng Philippines kung wala tay Data Privacy Act, gipang baligya ng ato ang mga wealth, unsa dira ang ato ang mga eskwelahan or ang atong mga lain nga mga personal nga mga butang, no. So kailangan di ay nga we have this law to protect us, no. So dili lang kay sa atong personal na information, but to the national data information. So data privacy is about people, not places, personal choice and control, not secrecy, and the right to be left alone. So nindot kaayo siya nga definition about the data privacy. So that is why as kanisha, no, ang akong insights about this is example in social media or in Facebook, no, we will not put anything or everything what is in our neurons, no, in our brain. Kay murag nahimo na siyang kanang ang platform ba sa social media or sa Facebook, sa Twitter or sa mga unsa dira ka nang wala na siya privacy. Na everything na lang kung unsa na nasa atong mind we will post. So I think we need to be responsible, or we need to think before we click. Ana siguro ang pinaka kanang direct na message aning data privacy, no, what is all about. So I hope students know we need to be kanang sensitive in posting particularly in social media. So kana lang siya, we will start small. Kay dili sa tong mga dinagko, we will start small, like what we will kanang post in Facebook. Siguro we can help if we will not post everything or anything na what pops into our mind. Kana lang. No, kana mga unnecessary, so we will not post that one, or we will limit our interaction with Facebook, ana, no. So you need to focus with your kanang studies. Kay this is not as I observe kanang wala na gyud ta sa katinuan karon kay nag-focus na gyud sa Facebook ang tanan. Then I guess I need to kanang skip this one, and I will yes, the data protection. So we have this principle, no, nga confidentiality, availability, integrity, and compliance. And on the other hand, the data privacy, so it talks about accountability, assurance, operational compliance, and demonstrable compliance. So these are part of the Data Privacy Act of the Philippines, or in our country, that we need to know. So I guess I will go directly to the the definition first of this law. So Data Privacy Act, or the RA 10173 of the Philippines, states that the law upholds the right to privacy by protecting individual personal information. The National Privacy Commission protects individual personal information by regulating the processing of this personal information, because as we observed before, there are personal informations nga gigamit, no, like ang atong name gigamit sa other nga mga entities or personalities, like getting our passport, getting mga NBI clearance, mga police clearance, and the likes, na illegal siya. So we want kaning happen that one nga mahitabo in our personal case. So that is why the Philippine government created this law to protect our personal information. So again, as lesson learned, dili nato ipanghatag tanan informations nato sa public. So students and parents, so bear in mind, no, nga dili day nato ipanghatag ang atong mga personal informations even to our teachers, no, without kanang consent. So kailangan gyud na naay consent kung manghatag-tag mga personal informations, especially that you are young, under 18 years old. So the manipulation or kanang intrusion, no, with others gamiton sa dili maayo or sa illegal na pamaagi. So that is why we have this Data Privacy Act. So when we say personal information, any information whether recorded in a material form or not, from which the identity of an individual is apparent or can be reasonably and directly ascertained by the entity holding the information, or when put together with other information would directly or certainly identify an individual. So karon we are fortunate, no, that we have this one ID system, the national ID, or the identification card. So that would be better if ma-implement na siya, because centralized ng information na to. Then nanay hold ang atong government, no, nga in any case matrace ta directly immediately. And the other side lang of that is kung ma-hack ang mga accounts, no, nga magamit ninon siya sa binuang. I hope so na dili siya pa maing-ana. So this one, the consent, this is vital, no, the consent of the data subject. So when we say consent, it refers to any freely given specific informed indication of will, whereby the data subjects agrees to the collection and processing of personal information and or relating to him or her. Consent shall be evidenced by written, electronic, or recorded means. So, and it may also be given on behalf of the data subject by an agent specifically authorized by the data subject to do so. So consent shall be written or electronic or recorded by means. So later, si Sir Neljan will talk about the consent, no, or recording. So mao ni siya nga gihatag ning overview about Data Privacy Act, because we will get your consent if you are willing to participate or freely with undue process, no, nga wala mo gipugos in joining this kaning online class, or in especially kung naanay mga recording mahitabo, no. So because everything everything recorded on this platform is subject for scrutiny, no, especially kung naay mga legal actions mahitabo sa ato adiriya. So pwede siya magamit as evidence, no, in court or in any mga grievances. So we are the teacher is or are liable to his or her act, no. So accountable and responsible si teacher sa iyang tanan nga gipang istorya diri as a platform, as well as the students, no. So mauna siya nga mangayo mi og consent sa inyo, ha, nga later, no, kung recorded ba ang klase or dili. So further na siya nga ipa-explain ni Sir Nel dyan. So makakita the consent, the data subject agrees to the collection and processing, so it should be freely given, specific and informed indication of will. So meaning wala tagipang pugos no nga mo sign up or mo unsa ani nga example kani nga platform. So gipasabot sa atoa kung unsa ang platform all about. Evidence by written, again electronic or recorded means. So if written, so it needs signature. Then if it is electronic, up in a box, or we need to click or tick the box, then sending a confirmation email or oral confirmation. So it depends on the platform nga gigamit no or mode. Kung written ba siya, electronic or recorded means ang consent. So consent means giving data subjects genuine choice and control over PIC uses their data, or depende kung sa to as a school or sa DepEd gamit. Consent should be unbundled from other terms and conditions, including giving granular consent, options for different types of processing, or possible kung sa mga dinagko na mga business, so mo na siya. Clear affirmative actions means someone must take deliberate action to opt in of this consent. Then kani siya kanang sa mga example lang no, unbundled consent kanang sa mag-sign up ta sa mga email sa online, so nay mga ing-ani makita na to, or kanang sa bank, so pakuanon ta og terms and condition because of the Data Privacy Act of 2012. So example lang ni siya. Kani po, the granular consent. Kung sa mga baligya na siya, so kanina ay mga consent ipanghatag. Or kaning mga thick, no? Kung online ang ato ang purpose, so mode of kaning giving the consent, so mag-tick lang sa mga boxes. And that's all about consent. Then, sa mga penalties, so we are penalized if we committed some or mga mistakes no sa mga provisions with regards to Data Privacy Act. Then, unauthorized processing of personal information and sensitive personal information. So, personal information, imprisonment ranging from 1 year to 3 years, and fine of not less than 500,000 pesos but not more than 2 million for personal information, while for sensitive personal information, imprisonment ranging from 3 years to 6 years, and a fine of not less than 500,000 but not more than 4 million pesos. So, accessing personal information and sensitive personal information due to negligence o kadanghagan ni teacher, gigamit ang mga recording no without asking informed consent to, from our students. So, mga priso, pwede mapriso for 1 to 3 years, and for sensitive 3 to 6 years. Ana lang siya. So, dili mang pataka no og share sa mga personal informations. Improper disposal of personal informations and sensitive personal informations. Burara din na access pod sa mga students nga super intelligent, gi-publish. So mo to siya na mapriso ranging from 6 months to 2 years. Then I find nga 100,000 to 500, not more than 500,000 pesos, and kung sensitive information, imprisonment 1 to 3 years, and a fine of 100,000 pesos but not more than 1 million. So sayang. Then so on and so forth. So I guess that would be all, Sir Neljan, with regards to, and students, no, with regards to Data Privacy Act. So pwede man siya ma-search sa Google, what is Data Privacy Act of the Philippines, no? For further readings and information, you can search in Google, my dear students and parents. So thank you, and once again, good morning. At this juncture, at this time, I will give the floor to the to Sir Neljan for the proper orientation on with regards to our online class for grade 11 Mendel and grade 12 Descartes. A big virtual applause, please.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
bro.
you so thank you so much for that overwhelming, welcome. Now, I would like to thank no for the opportunity from the senior high school department, Sir Rain Solarte, to the STEM advisors, Ma'am Martel and Sir Morcilius, to my co-teachers, to our dear principal, Sir Larry Limo. Thank you so much for this opportunity to once again share to our students, no, the necessary technical knowledge that they need to possess for the upcoming online class that will be conducted by the STEM faculty to their STEM students. Okay? So, I think, no, hindi lang ako yung excited. Siguro all of our participants right now, we are all 47 in the platform. Welcome, everyone, no? And I hope you will continue to be engaged in our activities and in sharing no our knowledge regarding the use of the G Suite, okay, or Google Suite account applications. Okay, specifically on Google Meet, and then we have Google Classroom and Google Forms. I know this is already familiar to you, but now we will go deeper, no, as to how to utilize these applications at our advantage as students and teachers. Okay? So, lahat ito libre. Ang load lang ang hindi. So, si mama at saka si papa na ang bahala sa load. Okay? So, um, allow me to share my screen. Okay, okay na pala. Okay, so the main purpose of this webinar workshop siya, my dear students, because in the first place, I need you to perform activities later, no? Wherein I can really see, or we can really see that you are engaging and you are learning how to use these applications, okay? So, course, we will talk first about what is an online class and how is it done. Okay, so this is not new already if we are engaged in social media and if we have um, peers, no, coming from the different schools. Of course, we already know that an online class is conducted at a distance, no, with a distance from your teacher using something, a device, with of course with the internet as the medium for connection, no, so that is necessary, or the load, no. So usually an online class is conducted especially if you are far from your teacher, yet you communicate in a specific platform. Okay, so and how is it done? So of course you will have the first hand experience as to how online class will be conducted. Okay? And to conduct an online class, since we need a device, within that device, we also need some applications to be used. That's why we have this seminar workshop. Okay? So as we go on, with our discussion, maybe to the students grade 11 and 12, if you have a ball pen and a paper, it's better no to have it with you so that you can also take note, because at the same time you will be learning, and it is better if you will be writing the things that you learn from this webinar. Okay, and as what Sir Rainer said no regarding the consent, this webinar is recorded. So we didn't ask for your consent earlier, but now we will be asking. Anyway, the time that we will record particular meeting in an online class or online session, it will be indicated also in your phone, no? You will be asked to leave the meeting if you don't want it to be recorded. Okay? Pero unsa bagoy problema nganong dili man gud ta mosugot nga i-record, no? So this is also for documentation that we really conducted this online seminar. And also we have something to go back, no, into when we want to review about what we have learned, no? Kay sa face to face dili naman ta makapangutana sa teacher or sa wa na nay way, no, nga maka-travel ta back in time para mahibaw-an nato balik tungod sa tong gipang klase atong gahapon, no? So ato naging kuan na is sa mangutana. Okay, pero here since it is recorded, so you can have the flashback, no, of what have transpired during the class. Okay, so that's why this is a recorded orientation. So on your phone makakita mo diha sa inyuhang phone ay naka-red din ang nakabutang rec, no? That means that the meeting is recorded. Okay? And also the time that you will join, you will be informed that the one that you will be joining, a meeting that you will be joining is recorded. Now again, you will be asked for your consent. Okay? So nakalimot daytod ko, no, I would just like to welcome also all the parents, no, who are listening with us this morning. Welcome to our seminar workshop, no. Okay. Another, if you have questions regarding what I am talking about, you can proceed to our chat box here in Google Meet, and then you can type that question. Okay, and then later I will direct my attention to that question. Okay. Okay, so every thing that we are going to talk this morning involves the use of three applications, to look applications, no? Pero these applications will be utilized only, will be explained only in the use of your mobile phones. So sa cellphone lang ta makafocus, no? So kung nagamit mo og laptop, maybe I will not be explaining to you the use, no, on laptop kasi I believe the majority of the participants right now are using cell phones. Okay? So before gi-explain na ni Sir Cesar ang basic, no, katong pag turn on, turn off sa microphone, just make sure that if it is not your turn to talk, naka-off ang imuhang microphone. And it is also advised that when you join the meeting, turn off your microphone. Pag join pagit nimo, ayaw i-on ko, no? Kaya para dili daot ang flow sa klase. Okay? And also, I will just like to remind everyone that what Sir Cesar and Sir Riner had told you regarding the house rules, the data privacy, and everything will not only be applied to this session, but will also be applied soon when you will have your actual online class. Okay, klaro? So, microphone, okay na. Kabalo na siguro tatanan since everyone is on mute, no? Sa cellphone is, kung naka-off ang imong microphone, dili siya, allow me to share first my screen. Okay, ito, no? So you are now seeing the screen of my cell phone. Cellphone na nako, duha ka device akong gamit, laptop and cellphone. So in this case, dili siya pula, no? Puti siya sa cellphone ninyo kung naka-off. Okay? And then sa camera o sa microphone na siya, no? Tapos diri sa babaw na siya record, meaning recorded siya. And then currently I am sharing my screen, that's why nakabutang diha sa tunga nga you are sharing your screen with everyone. Okay. So ganon, no? This is the basic interface. Pag sinasabi nating interface, ano yung nakikita nyo sa screen nyo? Okay? So, yun yung nakikita nyo, and then there are representative of people nga makita ninyo din upat lang ang limited no nga naa sa atong cellphone nga makita. Pero diri sa ubos na nakabutang nga 44 others kani. Okay? Okay. Pro tip also, if dili maklaro sa inyong cellphone ang text nga gi-share or ang screen nga gi-share, pwede ninyo na siya i-pinch, no? Pwede ninyo inaton. Sa ako adi niyo makita nga ni dako ang screen tungod kay ako man ang nag-share. Pero in your cellphone, you can try it now, no? When you pinch that particular part of the screen, mudako na siya, no? Para emphasize ang information nga gusto ninyong makitaan. Okay? So, first, let's go the top part of the screen. The top part of the screen we have here about this call, no? So when you click this title of the class or the seminar, you will have this one. Who are the people in the call? So makita ninyo tanan, no? Tanan nga ni appeal sa ato ang meeting. Okay? And then kung naka-on mo og mic, we have the power as the host. Kung nakabutang mo diha no, na mga host din meeting host, kami nga mga teachers, we have the power to mute no in case nga nakalimot mo na on ninyo, wa ninyo nabantayan. So pwede na mo siya ma-mute, pero mas maayo nga kamo mismo careful mo sa pag-use sa inyong gadget. Sige dabi, we will try. Kisa may na dire. Can we have Aaron Binigyan? Kindly unmute your microphone, Aaron daw. Try. Aaron, are you listening?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yon. Okay. So, yon, no? While Aaron had unmuted sa iyang microphone, pwede nato siya i-mute kung kamo ang host. Pag maingon ka og host, kamo ang ni-start sa meeting or kamo ang naghatag sa code, kamo ang naghatag sa link. Okay? So, tanang classmates ninyo will be recorded or will be placed here. The name will be placed here. Okay? So, another nga gusto nako ihatag sa inyo nga information is, if ever you will be joining your online class, make sure that you are using your proper name. No? Dili butangan og X-Men. Dili butangan og Angel Luxin o sa padiha nga mga pangalan, no? Kay matingala tanan natin artista nga classmates, okay? So, please use your proper name if ever, no? You will be joining your classes. Para po si teacher will have an easy way of identification who are in the platform. Okay? So, yon about this call. So, ayaw mo kakulba, no? Kung matuplok ninyo na, pwede rin ninyo na i-back diri sa babaw. Another is we have the information. This is the link, no? The information about our meeting. Pero, what we have, advance announcement lang, no? What we have talked about yesterday is, during your online class, no? Soon, pohon, you will use a unified link, or one link lang siya per section. Meaning, ang may tabo, ako ang gisuggest kung okay lang kasi based on my experience, kung si Ma'am Dinalyn for example, in yung first subject, tapos next subject ninyo si Sir Morcilius, tapos next si Sir Cesar, kung nailahi nga link si Ma'am Ayado, tapos napoy lahi nga link si Sir Morcilius, napoy lahi nga link si Sir Cesar, mo out mo sa isa ka link, musod na pud mo sa isa ka link, it would take time. No? So, para dali ra, siguro, na to sa college, no, nga, instead nga, pareho na to sa kanang face-to-face, nga, instead ang bata ang mobalhin, ang teacher na lang ang mobalhin. Ang teacher ang muhawa, ang next teacher ang musulod. So, si student will stay in one link, no? Para sa yun ra ang inyuhang pag-process. Okay? So, makatipid-tipid mo time gamay. Okay. Another for your screen is this speaker, kanibitaw, na speaker nga symbol din no? In your cell phone, of course, you can use headset. You can use speaker, external speaker para kung for example nang laba ka, anya gusto ka maminaw, kintahay lang niha pero dili gyud na siya advice nga manglaba samtang magklase no. Nang laba ka or naglungag ka or nakagibantayan, unya gusto nimo nga makadungog ka sa tibok balay nimo samtang nagtiktuyo ka, pwede nimo i-connect ang imong cellphone sa imong speaker para naka-loudspeak siya, no? Pwede ra ka maglakaw-lakaw. Or you can use a headset. So here, if imo nang i-click, no, naa kay mga options kung unsa nga speaker ang imong gamiton in order for you to listen to the meeting. Okay? So kung i-utrohon nimo og set ning imong setting diri just go back to this icon here at the top para mobalik siya sa imong preferred nga way to listen to the class. Okay? So, yon. Then, this part is our screen. Again, pwede na to na siya ma-pinch, no? Kung na-ay teacher nga mag-share og PowerPoint, tapos dili kay nimo mabasa ang part sa PowerPoint, pwede nimo siya i-pinch, no? Padako, gamay, para ma-maximize ang screen. And then here, at this part, we have the participants. Diri Dili makita tanan ang participants. Only the representative, especially kung kinsa lang ang nagstorya. Okay? Siya ang mo pakita din And then to see the rest of the participants, you can click these 46 others here. You can tap that one. And then, again, you will go back to the people who are in the platform. Okay? Yon. And then this red button here, please do not click that, no, unintentionally, because you will be leaving the meeting if ever. Anyway, you can rejoin, no? You can rejoin naman, no problem. So this one is for the camera. Ay, sandali lang. Hindi pala ako pwede. Tapos microphone. Tapos ito, raise hand. Bago to, no? Noon, first time, wala pa to sa Google Meet. Noong first time namin na-explore ang Google Meet. Ngayon, meron raise hand. Okay. So, everybody, let's try to push this button. Everybody daw, Beck, push that button. Okay. So, here I can see those students who are raising their hands. Meaning, naminaw sila. Okay? Okay, naiuban wala. So, every time you raise your hand, doon sa doon sa platform or sa window na kung saan makikita natin yung names, automatically, no, mo transfer ang imong pangalan dito as a nag-raise og hands. Okay? So, let's perform that first activity. Kindly raise your hand. Binigyan, Pino, Castro. Sige, marami pa. Everybody daw, be, kindly raise your hand. Marami pang hindi naka-raise. Rinald, we have Bahian, Iscabas, Valencia, 2 accounts. Sino pa? Oh, wag kayong takot, hindi ko kayo tatawagin. Okay. So, yan. Okay. Kindly take down your hands. Down na ang mga kamay. Okay. So, if you have questions, for example, if you want your attention to be called, no, by your teacher, nag-discuss si teacher or namang good times sa online class na samtang nag-discuss si teacher, di na day siya madungog. Wala na day siya nadungog, no? So, you can raise your hand, no, para ma-identify mo ni teacher, or you can unmute yourself and then tell your teacher politely, nga, ma'am, good morning, ma'am. Dili ka na mo madungog, ma'am. Okay, naka-mute ata ka, ma'am. Ana. No? Okay. So, yon. That is how you use your raise hand function. Okay? Then we have, explained by Sir Cesar already, we have here the 3 buttons, no? Kana? Na ay more options nga mo gawas when you use your Google Meet in your phones. Na ay in-call messages. Gitawag ta na siya og chat box sa ato ang term, no? In-call messages, chat box, sharing, kasi ako nakabutang diha stop sharing kay naka-share man ko karon. And then we have show captions, that is for subtitles, no? Para sa mga dili kasabot, for example, og Bisaya or English rather, no? Di ka dungog kaayo, pwede nga i-click nimo na yung manggawas diya nga mga words, no? And then report a problem, kanang report a problem din ha, dili na ingon nga kung nakay problema sa imong classmate or nakay problema sa imong teacher kana imong tuplokon, no? Or kung nakay problema sa love life, dili na mo imong tuplokon ha. Pag may kag report a problem, that is actually to the developers of the Google Meet, no? Dili na siya mopadong sa teacher. So if imo na i-click, you can send a feedback to the developers of this application. Okay? And then go back. We have the settings. Kani, settings. Tanaw na to ang settings. Sa mo gawas. Kanila man, no? Wala may daghang kuan diya sa settings. Pwede ra na dili tandugon. And then we have the meeting safety. Okay? So, how to assure that we have a safe meeting nga dili makasulod ang walay labot sa ato ang online class. Of course, first, do not share. Do not share, ha? Do not share the code given to you. Do not share to external people, no? Kay basig na uban sa FB, maka-open inyong uyab, maka-open inyong lain nga tao sa inyong account, no? Nya iyang i-click to nga link, automatically makasud siya diri sa ato ang platform. Okay? So, kung pwede, atong i-keep ang atong account o ang ato ang link nga kung pwede kita ra ang nakabalo. Okay? So, klaro siguro na, no? Do we have any other nga tuplokon? Sige, I will stop sharing my Google Meet application. That is the basic, no, for Google Meet. Anyway, if you want to see the person, specific person, allow me to share my screen again. If you want to see a specific person to be enlarged on your screen, nga siya ang makita, no? For example, shall we have here one person, no? For example, Sir Morcilius. Gusto nato nga siya nga atong makita, pwede ninyo siya i-pin. Okay, again, adto ka dito sa kaning 47 others, for example, kaning 47 others, and then you search for that particular person kay gusto nimo siya makita. Kay gimingaw na ka sa iya, char. Ano to? For example, lahi, no, si Ninya Rimulisan, for example. So, si Ninya Rimulisan here na ay Mike sa iyang tapad, no? Tapad sa iyang name, Mike. And then we have 3 dots again for more options. So, pwede nimo siya i-pin para siya ang mukita sa imong screen. This will not affect everyone, no? This will not affect the screen of other people who are attending only on your screen. So, ayaw kabalaka, no? Kaysa imo ra ng screen na change ang screen, no? Pero kung gusto nimo siya nga tangtangon diri sa imong major nga screen, di sa bigger screen nimo, i-click lang nimo ning unpin nga button. Okay. So yon. Yun. Okay. So that is for Google Meet. Okay, let's use again the raise hand button. I would like to know who of you, sandali lang, wala pa. Very excited. I would like to know who are the students nga nasa ato adri karon in our platform who has their parents listening with them. Sige daw, raise your hand. Raise a hand. Oh, marami pala. Hello to the parents, no? Okay, welcome. Thank you so much for allowing our students attend this webinar. Okay, now you can lower your hand. Pwede na mag-lower ng hand. Thank you so much. Sige, lower the hand. Okay. And then, this time, I would like to have an attendance check. This could be one of the ways your teachers would check your attendance. Okay. I would just like to inform all the students here that when the meeting when the meeting is recorded, all of your chat in the chat box will also be recorded, and it cannot be deleted. Meaning what has been done na. So wala nang bawian. Sa Messenger pwede kang mag-unsend, pero dito hindi pwede. That's why you should be careful on what you are going to type, no? Di siya pwede og mag-joke ka or magragara ka diha, no? Kasi dili nimo siya pwede ma-delete, okay? And also it will be taken also in the recording, no? Mabutang pud sa sa recording. So let us use now the chat box. If you really know how to use this one, I would like you to use the chat box to type your name and your section. Again, use the chat box to type your full name and your section. Sige daw, be. I will give you 2 minutes or 1 minute lang for that. Sige daw. You write your name and then your section. Very good. Okay. So sometimes also, na yung mga teachers, no? Depende sa teacher, na yung ubang teacher, magpadula-dula sila, na sila question, anya, paunhanay og type, kung kinsa ang una maka-type sa tubag, maka-receive tara og load, or na additional points. So, that's why you have to master the use of these parts, no? Para, of course, you will have your edge, no? On the use of these things. Okay, just keep on typing. Thank you so much for your responses. Very engaging tong mga batang to. Thank you. Okay, next is ito. Di ba tapos na tayo sa name at saka yung section nyo. Doon tayo sa, gusto kong malaman, through chat box pa rin tayo. Go over your chat box. In-call messages yan sa cellphone nyo. Type 1 if you have a smartphone or you are using a smartphone. Type 1. Sige daw. Everybody. Smartphone. Android phone or iPhone. Sige, very good. Marami. I think no, majority are using smartphone. I can see. Okay. Yon. Just keep on coming. Okay. Another trivia pala, no, regarding the use of in-call messages. Pag ang inyuhang internet signal is hinay, na chance nga mawala mo sa platform. The time nga mawala mo sa platform, inigbalik ninyo ana, dili na ninyo makitaan ang mga previous nga convo. Okay? So dili ta matingala, no? So that's why kung ma-out ka sa platform, inigbalik nimo, matingala ka, limpyo lagi ka ini amo ang screen, amo ang squan. Amo ang chat box. So, of course, tungod na kay nawala ka kadali sa platform. Okay? So, that's why we recommend that during your class, you should have your good na internet connection. Okay? So, yon. So, that is one for smartphone. Another, can we have number 2 for those who are using laptop or who has access to laptops? Sige daw. Number 2, we have some balod. We have lovely and another. Wadya mo. It's okay. On the process pa. Magpalit pa, sir. Sige lang. So we understand, no? That's why this webinar workshop is designed to orient you on the use of your cell phones, no? So that's why ang iyong cellphone, kung pwede, nasa storage for these applications nga itong iskutan karon. Okay? Another, I would like to know for those students who are using, number 3 ang ibutang ha. You type number 3. Don't worry for the attendance later. Okay, nakalimot na itod ko. At the end of this session, I will give you a link. Wherein you are going to evaluate our webinar workshop this morning, and then after that, after you submit your evaluation, I will give you your certificate of attendance. Okay, so that means that after this webinar, you should be present still, and then you answer the evaluation link that I will give you. and then you will be given the certificate of attendance. Klaro? So, yun na yung attendance nyo. Okay? Yun yung proof nyo that you have attended this. Okay, again, continue tayo doon sa gadget survey natin. Can we have number 3 for those students who has access to the internet by using only the mobile data? 3. Katong mga mobile data lang. Okay. Wow. 3. Ano yung 3? Okay. Number 3. Okay, big 3. Okay, usually, no, lahat tayo, majority of us are using data. Even in my cell phone right now, I am using data. Depende din sa lugar kung saan yung, ano yung mas malakas, yung Globa or yung Smart, no? Okay. Later, I will introduce you to the existing mga data services nga pwede na to magamit since daghan kaayo sa ato karon ang nagamit og data. Next, last, number 4. You type number 4 if you have a Wi-Fi, pocket Wi-Fi router or piso Wi-Fi ang inyong gamit. Type number 4. Sige daw. We have 4. Okay. Marami rin, no? Usually, yung mga piso Wi-Fi kasi natin, no? Ang uban, wala gyud daw. Yun sa man niyo pag-join karon kung wala may Wi-Fi o data. Okay. So, kanto, no? We have Wi-Fi or we have data for... Sige, keep on typing. Practice lang taog type, no? Kasi later on, kanang inyong i-type diha na nanay premyo. Okay. So, thank you so much, no, for responding to our gadget survey. So, next, last question pala, last question. Do you think you are ready if or are you ready for the conduct of the online class for the next quarter? Sige daw, type yes or type no if dili pa ready kay magpalit pa og unsa ba? Maybe yes or no. Yes, thank you so much. That's very overwhelming, no? Very good that you are very positive. Okay, nice, no? Also, dili ta magpaiwit sa uban kay ang uban of course naanay ato ang naga-online class na sila, no? Kita nindot kayo kay Sir Riner has already have this motivation, no, nga i-pursue. That's why we have this orientation. Wow, thank you so much. Yes na lang. Kabi mo ninyo. Okay, sige. Thank you so much for your responses. So I can see an overwhelming yes, no? So mas daghan ang yes. So that's why maybe it is good, no, that we will try to venture for this new journey. Okay. So again, allow me to share my screen. Okay, so it's presenting now. Okay, so let's proceed with our ano. Now, when we talk about online learning, pag sabihin natin online learning, we will be talking about synchronous learning. Okay. So, ngayon alam niyo na paano gamitin yung pag-mute at saka mag-unmute ng mic. Okay, now use it to your advantage. Okay, for those who wish to explain to me what do you mean by synchronous learning, I will give you a load prize later. Ako mga ikong number nimo para loadan ta ka. So, anybody from the class who can tell me what do you mean by synchronous learning? Sige. Raise a hand first and then I will recognize you and then tell me what you know about synchronous learning. Hala, nahilom lagi sila. Asa naman mo? Nangawa man lagi mo. Master Beck, ay mo ganina magkuhan. Raise hand, raise hand. Hey. Madunggan ba ko ninyo? Lain ra ba mo kay pagpangutana na mo kay okay, Nana. Very good. We have DJ Castro. Okay, DJ.
Synchronous learning refers to a learning event in which a group of students are engaging in learning at the same time. Before learning, technology allowed for synchronous learning environment most online education took place. What to do, sir?
Okay, wow. Let's give a virtual applause to DJ Castro. Oh, di ba? Very,
Oris tingog.
very very okay. Okay, thank you so much, DJ. Okay. So, yes, the keyword is at the same time. At the same time. No? Meaning, you will have to conduct the process of learning wherein you will have an interaction no in that particular time nga present yun in real time. Okay, that is what we mean by synchronous learning. Thank you, Castro DJ. I will ask for your number at the end of the webinar. Now, thank you so much. Next, we have ito. Kapag online class tayo, we also have this one, yung tinatawag nating asynchronous learning. Okay, aside from DJ, anybody else who can tell me what is asynchronous learning for another load prize? Anybody? Raise a hand first. Atong hindi practice ha, ang application sa mga tuklok-tuklokon sa inyong cellphone. Sige, raise a hand first and then wait to be recognized. Oh, okay, Castro is raising, DJ, but I would like to ask somebody else because we are 55 in the platform. Maybe can we have DJ? Alam ko alam mo yung sagot, pero can we give the chance to other people in the platform, no? Para daghan mo makadawat og 1,000 nga load. Okay, we have Ryan Ilagan. Okay, sige daw, Ryan. Take it away.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Asynchronous learning is a general term used to describe forms of education, instruction, and learning that do not occur in the same place or at the same time.
Wow, again, another virtual applause.
Lord.
Sana all.
Ay na, pangpalod na na.
Okay, thank you, Ryan. No, of course, that is the opposite. Okay, so not the same time, not the same place, but still you can have an interaction, but not at the same time and at the same place. So dili live, no? Dili siya live nga interaction, and still you are learning, no? That's why itong ginagawa natin ngayon, we have Google Meet. Ano to? Synchronous or asynchronous? Can I ask, sige, si Sheila daw, Sheila Iman. Itong Google Meet na ginagawa natin ngayon, anong type of learning ito? Synchronous or asynchronous? Hello, Sheila?
Synchronous, sir.
Okay, thank you. No? Very good. Synchronous siya, but why? Because we are in the same platform and we are here interacting real time. No? Real time. Hindi kanina, hindi unya, pero karon. Pero later on, I will introduce to you how to use Google Classroom and Google Form, which are part of asynchronous learning. Asynchronous siya. Why? You don't need to meet at the same time and at the same place. No? But you can perform activities later on. No? Parang ganun. So, asynchronous ang tawag doon. So, yung Google Classroom at saka yung Google Form, yun yung gamit nun, asynchronous. So, therefore, what will happen, on your online class will be, tawagin natin yung bicronous learning. Okay, bicronous, meaning it is a combination of synchronous and asynchronous learning. Klaro? Combination siya ng synchronous kasi magmi-meet kayo with your teacher using Google Meet, kaya nag-orient tayo ngayon, and then later on si teacher magbibigay sa inyo ng activity or summative or quiz gamit yung Google Form. So, magiging asynchronous yun. Okay? Kasi pwede, sige, unya gabi ansira ni or ugma ansira ni. So, no need to meet, no? You will just have access to the link and then you will answer. So, meaning, what will happen on your online class or session in the second quarter will be through bichronous learning. Claro? So, synchronous and combination of synchronous and asynchronous learning. Thank you so much for that, no, Sheila. Okay. So, ngayon, before we proceed, allow me to ako sa mong ibiyahe aning mga available kasi every time that you will have your class, of course, one of the things that you will need is unsa man i-type kanang permintin nyo kinahanglanon pag magklase mo unsa man. Sige daw, i-type sa chat box be. Signal, utok, load. Okay. Yes, no? Ang signal, given naman na. Ang utok, naman guro to tanan ana, no? Ang load, depende na sa mga pangwarta o kung sa padiha. Okay. So, now, let me have a virtual tour. Bibigyan ko kayo ng virtual tour, no? Kung ano ang mga data packages offered by the different telecommunication na mga networks, no? Kung ano yung pwede nyo gamitin. So you can now see my screen and then tingnan natin first yung smart. Ano ba yung ino-offer ng smart na pwede natin gamitin since most of you are using data. So simple lang to know, no? Punta lang tayo dun sa GigaLife app. Okay? So dun sa GigaLife app, dito sa GigaLife app, you can see, no, the different promo offered by the particular telecommunication company. Sandali lang ha. Okay. So yon. Telecommunication company na smart. So ito, marami tayong mayroon silang actually mga promo na gaya nito, no? Mga unli, no? Usually ang ginagamit ko, ang gusto ko sa smart is yung unli data nila kasi yung unli data nila 300 or 299 unli data. And then all access na yan. So gamit ko yan sa isang SIM card ko. Pakita ko muna ito. Itong number na to, itong gamit ko ngayon, naka-unli data to. So pero hindi siya always na nandyan, no? Dun sa GigaLife app nyo. Kasi binibigay lang siya for a moment of mga 1 week or 2 days, tapos nawawala na naman, tapos next, siguro sa Pasko, maraming ganitong promo, no? Okay. So, sa inyo, when you use Google Meet, dito kayo sa Giga Study ata yan. O ito. Doon kayo sa More Giga. Ito, Giga. Ito. Sa More Giga or Giga kana. Tapos, dito, may makikita kayong study, no? Sa study, okay, nandito yung available nila na mga packages, no? For study yan, no? Para gamit sa Google, ito, may mga icons sa taas. Google, YouTube, Google Classroom ito, and then Google Forms actually kasali dyan, no? Okay, can you hindi, maybe sa signal niyo yan, hindi niyo ako marinig. Sometimes, no, pag mahina yung signal sa area natin, on your end, you cannot hear me. Pero actually, I can say that naririnig niyo ako kasi I am using 2 devices right now. Ang isang device ko is connected also in the platform. So malalaman ko na hindi ako naririnig kapag dili ko mutingog diri sa cellphone. Pag wala ko tingog diri sa cellphone. So ina na. Okay, so allow me to continue sa promo. Study pwede 'yon, no? Pero may din ata sila, ibang mga promo dito sa GigaLife wherein you can browse na lang by yourself, no? May Gomo din. I will tell you Gomo later on, no? May Gomo din ako. So, yon giga. All data, ang all data kasi nila napakamahal, no? Ay, dito may ano sila, 3 days 50 pesos. Ito, 3 days 2 gig 50 pesos. Pwede 'yan, no? Kasi 2 days din naman yung klase nyo. Pwede 'yon, 50. So, sa Smart, at an average maybe we will spend 50 pesos for the load. Sa Smart 'yon. Punta tayo sa Globe. Globe tayo. May Globe, may ano din ang Globe na app. Ang tawag doon is Globe One. Ito, Globe One, no? Open niyo yung Globe One. Install lang sa cellphone nyo para you can have ano, sandali lang. Ito, dito sa Globe app. Okay, ngayon, kita nyo na. Dito, meron din silang offers. I-click natin yung offers dito sa baba para matingnan natin yung mga offers nila. Yes, Gomo rin, maganda. I promote Gomo. Gomo. Ano, mga ano pala sila sa Gomo. Okay, so sa ano kasi kung if we are going to compare, no, Smart and Globe, si Globe parang mas barato ang iyahang data promo, no? We have actually si Globe may design talaga for students. So may Go Offers si Globe, Go Offers, Go 50 for students. Murag pilagay na 5 gig ba na? Okay, 5 gig ata, no? 50 pesos. Kanina kay Smart 3 gig, 2 gig, 3 days, 50. Dito sa kanya, 50 pa rin, pero 5 gig siya. And then, may only text pa to all networks. So, yun, pag Globe. Pero nakadepende pa rin tayo kung ano yung mas malakas na signal sa area natin. Okay. Ang uban, maro kaayo, mo palit og SIM card sa Globe, mo utang, tapos, labay, palit na po bag-o, utang na pod, maro kayo. Okay. So that is for the Globe, no? You can actually, dito pwede. Okay. Sige, dito tayo. Life hack na sa una, karon di na pwede. Okay. Hindi kasi ako naka-experience niyan kasi bumibili talaga ako ng loader. Okay. We have Go, no? Go offers for the Globe. Punta tayo sa Gomo. Sa mga Gomo users dyan. Si Gomo kasi, may only data din si Gomo. Kaya lang, parang mas mahal si Gomo kaysa kay Smart. No? Pero, at saka, yung only data din ni Gomo is not always. No? Same with Smart gihapon. Pero maganda kay Gomo kasi, ganito yung promo niya. May 30 gig siya na no expiry. Meaning, kapag hindi mo siya ginagamit kahit kailan, hindi siya ma-expire siguro, no? For how many years or how many months, hindi siya ma-expire kasi no expiry siya. And that is good for 300. Okay? And then, may 25 gig din siya. At saka si Gomo kasi, ang maganda sa kanya, yung data, pwede nyo i-convert into text or call. Oh, di ba? Wala yun sa ibang networks. Pero Globe pa rin yan si Gomo, no? Okay. So, yun yung nasa kanya. Yun lang yun. 30 gig na only data. No data, expiry. May only data siya sometimes, pero I think 500. 500 yung data niya na kailangan. Pero sa Smart, kay Smart kasi, 300 lang only data ka na. Pero not always pa rin. Okay? So, yun yung virtual tour natin regarding the loads that we might be using when we will be having our online class. Okay? So, stop sharing muna ako. Okay. So, yon. Klaro na. So, proceed tayo doon sa okay. Ito yung tatlong applications that we are going to talk about. Tapos na tayo actually sa Google Meet. We will proceed taod-taod proceed ta sa Google Classroom. And then, later on sa evaluation, actually sa Google Forms, dili na kayo na ko i-explain kay very simple raman siya, no? Si Google Classroom lang ang ako ang i-explain because you will be using that somehow with your teachers. Kaya amo na po silang gi-orient gahapon. Okay? So tapos na tayo sa Google Meet. Before I proceed to our next topic, which is Google Classroom, I would like you to raise your questions in the chat box. If you have questions about Google Meet. Do you have any other questions regarding Google Meet? Type it in the chat box or raise your hand. Pwede mo raise your hand para you will be recognized. Okay? Any questions? Parents, basin si parents na question, pwede ba mo join si parents? Pwede ba mo join si parents sa koan? Si teacher na ang bahala mo sagutan. Okay, we have Nimuel. No, Nimuel. Yes, Nimuel? Kindly unmute your mic, Nimuel. Hello, Nimuel? Nakay question? Any other people nga question? Sige na, kay para mo proceed sa classroom, Google Classroom. While waiting, okay. Si DJ Castro na siya question. Na ba daw ni filter ang Google Meet? Of course, na siya filter actually, you know. Pwede nimo siya. Dili lang ko sure sa cellphone ha. Kay wala na ko siya na explore sa cellphone. Pero sa laptop, pwede actually ka mag-change yung background. Thank you for that question, DJ. When you use a background, by the way, no, kung mag-laptop mo or na mo chance na mag-change yung background, make sure that your background is appropriate. Okay? Make sure that your background is appropriate. Usually, ang gina-suggest nga background is kanang monochromatic, no? Monochromatic only has one color, one dominant color. Wag yung colorful, no, na imong naong mapikas or nasa inaana, okay? Nangutana na slag unsay oras mahuman. Tama na ni 11 or inana lang 11:30. Okay, sige. So, 'yon Thank you. Wala nang question? Sige. Let us proceed na siguro. Okay. We will proceed with Google Classroom. Now, I want you to install karon. Anyway, sa cellphone ninyo, pwede man ninyo i-out si Google Meet. Magpadayon naman kung yaw-yaw sa inyong cellphone, no? Bisag di na ko ninyo makita. Okay? Pwede man ninyo i-out. Then go to your Google Play Store and then download Meet. Sige daw. Oh no, DDI Classroom. Sorry. Sige, punta tayo dun sa Play Store. And then, dahil lang, nag-download pala ako ng Classroom. Sige. Google Classroom, ito. You download that one because later on, kanina, bibigyan ko na ng load si Castro DJ at saka si Ryan Ilagan. May mga task akong gagawin nyo. And then, if ever you can perform the task, maybe, no, na mga task nga na siya load prize. So that's why I want you to install Google Classroom before we proceed. By the way, since wala man may question sa Google Meet, ako na lang mangutana, no? If ever si teacher will ask you to present something like, for example, PowerPoint presentation or mag-report mo, isa ka grupo, mag-report mo, how will you do that on your on your online Meet? Sige. Kisa may naay PowerPoint din nga application sa cellphone. When you have an application nga PowerPoint, pwede actually mo mag-present og report using only your cellphone, no? So, just like here, na kay PowerPoint nga app, akong i-open akong PowerPoint nga app. And then, of course, pwede mo mag-share screen when you are asked by your teacher. So you will share your screen and then you will present your presentation. For example, ito yung report ko, no? So type ko dito Google Meet. Example lang to ha. Okay, so of course, no, just by using your cell phone, you can make your PowerPoint presentation. Explore na lang kayo kung paano gawin yung PowerPoint sa application kasi I will not have time to explain that. And then you can use the present gihapon button, no, para makapresent ka sa imuhang classmates. So just like this one, you are now seeing my screen of my PowerPoint. Sandali lang, naglag yung cellphone ko. Ito, no? So, pwede gihapon. No, while using your cell phone, you can have your PowerPoint presentation. Or naiuban karon, ang ginagamit karon siguro i-explore na lang itong tawag nating itong Canva, no? Mas maganda kasi yung Canva kasi mas marami siyang mga themes, no, na maganda. Tsaka simple din siya. Very easy to drive. Okay? So, Canva ito. Yan. So, pwede yun ha. Sige, let's proceed to Classroom. Google Classroom. Naka-install na ba lahat? Kindly raise your hand if you already have installed the Google Classroom. Raise your hand. Okay. What we are going to do, sandali lang. What we are going to do now is I want you to join in my classroom. After installing, pag na-install nyo na, i-open nyo yung app. Sige, very good. Naglalag. Ang spelling ng lag ha, pag sa cellphone, kasi yung L-O-G, that is for kahoy. Yung lag na naglo-load, no? Oo. L-A-G siya. L-A-G, lag. Yon, very good, DJ. Very participative kayo si DJ Castro, no? You see, different na yung ngayon, yung okay lang yan. Sorry. Different na yung participation ngayon. You can just type, you can chat, no, para makita natin yung Okay. So, I prepared a classroom para ma-explore natin. Ito Google Classroom natin. I want you to go into my classroom and then I will teach you how to join. Okay? So, ito yung classroom na napapasukan nyo ngayon. Grade 11 and 12 STEM students. And then, meron akong, pakita ko muna ha before we proceed. Pakita ko muna. May pinost ako dun sa classroom na kung saan I would like you to write your complete name and section. Add as class comment. Add class comment. Dito ka, i-click mo yung add class comment and then you type your complete name and section. That means you have successfully entered my classroom. Klaro? So, sandali lang. That is one of the tasks. Tapos, ngayon, bibigyan ko kayo ng link. Ito, ikakopy ko yung link. Sandali lang ha. Tapos, I will send it to our chat box. Sige, proceed kayo dun sa chat box natin sa Google Meet. Ito, I will paste it. Paste. Tapos, isend ko sa inyo. Okay, nandun na. Just click the link. Sige daw. Try to click the link. Sige, try to click the link and then maybe, no, maka-join na mo ana. Nag-download pa ang uban. Sige lang, take your time. Take your time. And then, pag makasulod na mo sa akong classroom, sample classroom lang natin to ha. I will delete it later. This is just for the purpose of this webinar workshop. Naglalag pa, sige lang po. Just take your time. It's okay. Anyway, we have enough time pa naman. Okay. Balik tayo dun sa classroom. Titingnan ko yung classroom ko. Ito. Yung classroom natin, gusto kong pumasok kayo sa classroom natin so that I can see people. Dito kayo sa stream ha. Dito sa stream. Dito sa baba may stream. Tapos may classwork dyan. Classwork. Later na yung classwork, I will explain. And then we have people here. People. So makikita ko dito kung sino yung successful na nakapag-log na or naka-in sa classroom ko. Sige, while waiting for the others, no, I would like to give another load prize for someone. Bakit kayo nag-raise hand? May question ba kayo? If you have question, do you have question, Ladybug? Mr. Ladybug? Okay na ba? Naka-download na? Wala pang tao dito. Wala pang tao sa ano ko. So while waiting, no? Naglibog pa mo? Kisay mga naglibog diha download lang tapos click the link nga akong gisend sa inyo to join the classroom. Okay? So kung dili mo ka join pinaagi sa link, tell me in the chat box. Just tell me in the chat box. Sa inyong cellphone, while using your phone, opening another, actually, bisan gani, magdula ka, no? Pwede ka mag-Google Meet at the same time. Pwede siya. So, para may bawaan nimo or makabalik ka dito sa meeting, tanawon lang nimo imong notifications, no? And then you click the katong na ay Google Meet kani sa babaw, Gmeet ka nakapula para mabalik ka sa meeting. And then you can go out again. Kinsay naglibog. Okay, kadali lang. First instruction ha, to proceed to Google Classroom, ganito yung gagawin natin. Okay, let us go to Play Store. Punta tayo sa Play Store. Tapos, let's search. Kung iPhone yung gamit nyo, pwede, App Store yon. So, you search Google Classroom. Ito, Classroom lang, kahit Classroom lang. Lalabas si Google Classroom, yung may chalkboard na green at saka yellow or orange ba yan? And then, you install. Install lang. Di ma-open. Okay. In laptop, you will just search in Google Classroom. And then, sign in lang dayon ka langga. Tambalod. Pwede ka mo sign in. Tapos, okay na. Sige, I want the majority of you. Kung dili tanan, I want majority of you to go inside the classroom and perform the activity so that pag namoy mga questions, atong ma-address karon. Mangayo lagi og code, sir. Okay, sige. So, code ang iyahang gusto. So, tagaan tapod mo og code. So, dili pwede ang link. Dito na lang ta sa code. So, dali lang ha. Daghan may pamaagi para makasulod mo. Sige. So, I will go to settings. And then, ito yung class code natin. Makikita nyo ba? Hindi. Ako na lang i-type, copied class code. Ako na lang ibutang sa chat box, no? Ang code. Dali lang. Ito yung code, oh. Yon. 6RXZLPR. Okay? Again. Nandun sa chat box. Tingnan nyo na lang, please. You write na lang on your paper. And if you have paper there, you write 6RXZLPR. Case sensitive yan. Case sensitive. Meaning, dapat small caps. Ha? Sige daw. Okay na. So, to join using a code, ganito yung gagawin nyo. Pag nandun na kayo sa classroom, open natin yung classroom again. Open ang classroom. Tapos, kapag nandun na kayo sa, you click this to look a bar bitaw diri sa taas. Kaning part. Tapad sa oras, no? Okay? And then, click nyo yung classes ito. Top classes. Tapos, dito sa baba, pinakababa, nandito, mayroong plus button. You click that plus button. And then, you click join class. Join class, ha? And then, you type the code. Yung code na ibinigay ko kanina. Can you still follow? Paspas ra ba ko?
Yes, sir.
Naka-follow or paspas ra ko?
Naka-follow man, sir. Download pa, sir,
Sige.
og Google Classroom.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Sige, sige. Let's try. I want you I want you to explore this one kasi if you have questions at least ma-address na ngayon. Masagot ko na ngayon in one forum, no? Sige, Lumokso, Faithlin Lumokso, do you have question? Sige. Yung may Google
Excuse me,
Classroom,
sir.
yes,
Pwede
yes, ma'am.
i-repeat pwede i-repeat og balik.
Unsa may atong i-repeat ang ay otrohon ang instruction?
Yes,
Sige.
sir. Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
okay. Sige, sige. Okay. First is you download the app. I think the downloading is given. Kabalo na mo ana daan. You download the app. Ayaw sa pag-answer niya na. Okay. Once you downloaded the app, you open the app. Okay? And then when you open the app, you will see. Lahi man gud na sa ako kay uy na naman nanulod naman dining daghan man dinhi kayo. O nakasunod ng uban. Makita ninyo yung pangalan, no? Nakasulod na mo. Balik mo sa atong Google Meet para makita ninyo akong gi-share nga screen. Kung nakasulod na mo. Balik mo sa Google Meet. So, dito sa classes, i-click ning kani bitawon kaning na ay bar diri tulo ka bar na may Google Classroom nga words babaw no. Na Google Classroom. Tapos kaning na tulo ka bar, i-click na ninyo and then tap classes, kanang classes. Kanang mga klase ninyo or sections. This process will be repeated when your teacher will give you your class code, just like yung binigay ko kanina. Every subject teacher ninyo class, magbibigay sila ng class code. For example, sa ako, gahapon manggod, nag-webinar workshop pod me sa mga teachers, sa inyohang mga teachers, no? So, gahapon, ni-join ko sa ilang klase. For example, inyuhang grade 11 Mindel nga per dev, si Ma'am Bustamantiman. So, naghimo na siya room. Pero, later na mo niya tagaan sa code. Karon, tudluan ta mo kung unsaon ninyo pagsulod sa classroom para smooth na ang pagsulod ninyo sa classroom sa inyong mga original nga teachers. Kaya dili man ko ninyo teacher. Okay? Sige. So, kaning bar and then classes. And then after sa classes, kani ang mugawas kung kani wala pa man ni sa inyo, kani nga mga class kay wa man mo ana nag-join. Nay plus diri nga sign sa ubos, plus sign tanawa sa ubos. Bottom right, no? And then click that plus and then click dayon join class. And then type the code. Okay? Sige. Raise hand for those who are already in the Google Classroom. Raise hand. Sige. Para makita nato kung pila ka buok ang naana sa classroom. Sige, raise hand. Daghan pa wala. Daghan pa kayo wala. Sila Dagok, Bahian, Iscabas, Valencia, Ilagan. Wala pa sila.
Sir, code, sir.
Okay. The code is, naa siya sa, ako isend sa ato ang chat box. Ako isend sa chat box ha, diri sa Google Meet ha. Okay lang? Okay. Or, ako pong isend sa Messenger. Sige, ako po isend sa Messenger. Gi-appeal man ko niyo sa inyong GC. Akong isend, kaday lang. Ayun, yun. May nag-send na pala. Very good, very good. Si Roy Ayan. Sige, send natin. Don't worry, kay kanira man nga part ang lisod, no, ang pag-join. Pero, kaisa raman po ni siya i-perform. Pag maka-join na ka, forever naman naa ka sa classroom. Man ang isa ka sa section diri. Wala man nako nakita. Sige daw, sa isa ka section. Ay, kang ma'am, mao na code sa chemistry, guys. Oo, sa chemistry na siya. Thank you, Ma'am Dinalyn. Balik tayo doon sa... Okay na? Kindly raise your hand. Again, raise your hand if you have successfully logged in the classroom. Sa mga dili gyud ka login, sige na lang. Ayaw lang mo ka frustrate, no? It's okay. It's okay lang. Take your time. Kung dili gyud makaya, pwede ra mo ask sa inyong classmate nga kabalo na or pwede mo direct og pangutana sa ako kung unsaon. So later on, pwede ra nato na siya i-perform. Sige. Okay, sige. I-down na ninyo ang inyong mga hands. Sige, pwede na i-lower. Lower your hands. Okay. Sige, thank you. Now, let's proceed to classroom. Nakasulod na taraw mo, no? Mao man ni ang classroom na i-stream. Balik sa ta dito sa kuan. Balik ta dito sa Google Meet. I-open sa inyo ang Google Meet para makita ninyo akong gi-share. Sige, balik sa Google Meet. Share. Sige. So sa stream, na diri makita ninyo akong screen, na stream. Kanang stream class, diha ibutang ni teacher ang inyuhang mga announcement. Okay? Kung naa siya announcement, or actually, pwede po na siya gamiton as type sa quiz. No? Na siya i-post diha nga question. For example, mag-type ko diri o diri ano? Si teacher pwede siya mo type of question and then everyone in the class can perform or answer based on the question dinhaa lang sa Google Classroom nato. Just like this one, I posted one command here. Neil Jan Aurelia, yesterday pa ni actually akong gi-prepare. Ang sabi ko dyan, write your complete name and section below. So ngayon, may 37 students na akong nag-respond dun sa command ko na ibinigay ko dun sa stream. Ang stream students, ang stream is inyuha siyang i-treat as mura siyang update, status update sa Facebook. Okay? Wherein everyone can comment. Okay? Based sa setting nga i-provide sa teacher. Okay. Naibay nag-raise og hand. Ay question si Damarilius Magpatok o Mavil. Ang sa may question? Damarilius and Mavil. Wala? Mavil, na ay question? Wala na. Okay. Sige. So karon, as of now, I can see that majority of you have successfully logged in our classroom. Now, once you are in that classroom, automatically, you will have the access to the files uploaded by your teacher. Ang kalahian niya sa Messenger, dili matabunan ang files na ihatag ni teacher. Mao nay kalainan. And then, of course, here, mas organize ang ato ang mga data sa klase. Okay? So that is one. Another, dito sa ubos, makita ninyo, may assignment akong ibinigay. Okay? Assignment. So si teacher ang maghimo ana, no? Si teacher, pwede siya mag-post og assignment diraa sa inyuhang Google Classroom. Okay? Ayaw sa mo pag-perform ha. Kuan lang sa diri sa mo sa Google Meet, tanaw lang sa mo sa akong orientation. Okay, kanang tanang assignment will fall under kani classwork. Tapad sa stream sa ubos na ay classwork. Classwork ito. Si teacher, pwede niya sabihin na may assignment tayo doon sa Google Classroom. Tingnan nyo na lang. Okay. Automatically, dito kayo sa classwork. Okay? Ang kalahian ni classwork o ni stream, si stream is for posting. Post announcements and even give activity pwede. Pero dito sa classwork, exclusive for activities lang po talaga siya. Okay? So sa classwork, you can click a particular assignment just like this one. Mayroon akong isang assignment dyan. I-click natin yan. Sandali lang ha. Mamaya. Okay. Dito, makikita ko as teacher kung sino yung nakapasa na, yung turned in itong 0, at saka yung assigned, meaning sila yung mga bata na kung saan mag-answer ng assignment. Kung sino yung mag-answer ng assignment. Sorry. No? So kayo, mga bata ko kayo, estudyante ko kayo for this class, ito, di ba? Kayo lahat, kung nakita niyo yung pangalan niyo, maganda kasi successful yung pag-login niyo. So 39 ka students ang nakasulod. And then for those 39 students, I want you to perform the activity. What is the activity? Ang title ng activity is Submit a Formal Picture. So, you click that activity and then sa akin kasi, teacher kasi ako. So, wala akong submit dito na button. Pero sa inyo, when you click that, pwede kayong mag-submit ng picture. Okay? Pwede kayong mag-add ng file. I cannot submit kasi ako yung teacher, no? Sige daw. Can somebody submit a formal picture dun sa classwork? Sige daw, ato i-try. Then tell me kung yun sa nimo, pwede nimo i-share imong screen. And then, para makabalo ang tanan. Sige daw. Anybody po? Sige, kindly perform the activity. Anybody can perform. Ang instruction dyan is submit a formal picture. Formal ha? Yung hindi nakakahiya, no? Kung pwede, with your family, formal picture from your gallery. Sa inyong mga cellphones lang. Sige daw. Anybody? Walang magsasubmit. I-sample nyo na ngayon para if you have difficulties in doing the task, you ask me directly. Sige, J. Oko. J. Oko, you are raising your hand.
Sir, good morning, sir. Sir, dili siya ka-send, sir. Couldn't submit.
Dili siya ka-submit?
Yes, sir.
What about the other people? Use your cellphone ha. Use your cellphone muna. Para...
Couldn't attach, sir. Mag-try ka submit, pero couldn't attach ang kuan mo gawas. Oo.
Sige, ang uban, unsa pa?
Mana, sir?
Muted ka,
Sir,
sir.
naka-mute ka, sir.
Ay, sorry po. Thank you. Okay. Nabiktima ko. We have DJ, we have Mahinay, we have Lolo, we have Ilagan. Naka-turn in. Okay, sorry no kasi nag-off yung laptop ko. Okay, paano nyo ginawa yon? Can anybody share? Sige daw, si Ryan Ilagan daw. Kindly share daw your screen, Ryan. Giunsa nimo Ryan be? So that everybody can see. Sige, try to share your screen, Ryan. Okay, while Ryan Ilagan is sharing, I would just like to remind you that if ever you will be asked by your teacher to share your screen, make sure, no, it is advised that naka-mute yung notification nyo. Okay? Kung pwede, naka-mute yung notification nyo. At saka, don't open your Facebook if possible. Don't open your Messenger if possible while naka-screen share kayo. That is for your safety, for your privacy. Sabi na nga ni Sir kanina, no? Para hindi ma-expose yung mga private na mga private life mo. Okay? Sige. So, Ryan, can you share, Ryan? Sino yung pwedeng mag-share? Walang pwedeng mag-share? You try to share your screen para ano naman? Para matry na. Oh, sige, Nimwel. You try, Nimwel. Okay. Sige, ibalik mo. Okay, doon tayo sa classwork. Yon. Submit a formal picture. You click submit a formal picture. Okay. Tingnan nyo, may due today, 12 p.m. Ngayong alas 12 lang taman yan, no? So, once you submit your work late, pwede gapon ka makasubmit, pero the tendency would be on your Google Classroom, makikita doon na you turned in late. So malalaman natin 'yon. Nimuel, kindly Nimuel, kindly upload another Nimuel. Another picture para makita nila Nimuel. Sige. Kasi I cannot share to you how to upload kasi ako kasi yung teacher sa classroom. I cannot be part of those who can upload. Sige daw. Again daw Nimuel, please. Just take your time. And then everybody, please watch Nimuel doing it. Sa mga hindi pa nakapag-submit, you can still do it, no? Try to explore and then you submit it. Para matry ninyo first hand and then ask me questions. Nasaan na si Nimuel? Nawala na si Nimuel?
Excuse me, sir. Di mo tingog iyang mic.
Sige. It's
Excuse
okay,
sir,
it's okay.
mag-screen share
Just,
pa ako sir habang nag-vocal sir.
ano po?
Mag-i-screen share pa po ako habang nagkukuan po, nag-share ng bagong picture.
Opo. Kindly submit another picture if you can. Pwede mo kasi yung ma-unsubmit. Sige. I-unsubmit mo yung una. You open that activity, very good. And then may nakalagay na turned in. I-click mo yung work sa Okay. Sandali lang. Back ka muna Nimuel, back ka muna. Okay. I-click mo yung may arrow pataas dyan sa your work yon. Okay. So, okay, you can unsubmit. Very good. Ikunin mo muna yung attachment. Remove. Yon. Very good. Then, add work. Okay. Ganito pag-submit, no? Add work. Tapos, dyan, you can add anything, no? Take photo or yon. Dun sa Wag yung take photo, yung sa documents mo talaga, yung sa yung sa files mo, files. Or anybody, formal picture, anything na formal ha, wag yung mga bastos, wag. Yung magandang upload, doon ka sa upload ni Muel. Upload. And then choose a picture. Choose a picture. Okay, Don. Browse ka lang kung saan yung file mo. You can submit PowerPoint presentation. You can submit Word document. You can submit PDF files, actually, no? When you use Google Classroom. Okay, sige. Mag-select ka ng photo na pwedeng i-share and then upload. Select lang ng photo. Thank you. Okay.
Sir, narinig mo daw siya.
Sige lang. Okay lang yon. Thank you. Ganun lang, no? And then, submit. May turn in pala ang term dyan. Turn in. Okay, resubmit. Okay. Thank you, Nimuel. So that's how you submit your work. Very good. Very nice, no? Very fast learner. Sana all. Okay? Very good. That's good. Sandali lang ha. Let me open again my presentation kasi I was my laptop. Laptop, no? Okay, 3-minute break muna tayo sa mga gustong mag-CR, sa gustong kumain, mag-snack. Sige, snack muna kayo dyan. Okay, para 3 minutes lang, 3 minutes. We will return at 10:37. 10:37. Thank you so much.
Okay, favorite subject.
Hi, Crush!
Okay, for the 3-minute snacks, ay break, sorry, Sir Neljan. Wala tayo snacks ano na kay. This is a virtual webinar. So, manghihisan then for the information of everybody, the class schedule will be posted by your respective class advisors later, no? So before the start of our second quarter this November, the class schedule will be posted by your respective class advisor. So in advance, our class would be done every Wednesday morning and Thursday morning. So Wednesday morning, we have 4 subjects, 1 hour per subject. While on Thursday, the other 4 subjects. So 1 hour per subject. So kaya ra? Kaya ra ba? Mga STEM students,
Kaya
no?
ra, sir.
O kakayanin natin
Kayanan,
because this
sir.
is the
Kayahon.
new normal of our Philippine educational system. So we will not dwell more on the face to face kay murag possibly dili pa gyud posible nga mabalik the soonest, and not unless will get vaccinated all. So for the meantime, we will adapt this digital era of Philippine educational system, no, the online class. Pero before, online class sa mga few universities in the country, but today, gipababa na sa ato ang basic education. So I guess it's over, no, that 3-minute break. So I will give back to our resource speaker, Sir Neljan Aurelia. Thank you. Take your time, sir.
Thank you so much, Sir Rainer, for the reminders. So iya tag snack no. Iya tag snack and aram to sa balay. Mo ni ang kalahian pod when we are online kasi we can attend webinars while eating, no? Oo. Pwede ra siya. Pero wag yung naglalaba ka, naliligo ka kasi lesser yung retention kapag may ibang work kang ginagawa. So, if you are attending online class, focus on the class. Okay? Kasi para mas mataas yung retention kung ano yung mali-learn nyo. Okay, and also, thank you so much for those who engage, no? Di ka pa ngayon. Pag-download na lang Snack. Thank you so much for those who engaged in trying to going in a classroom using Google Classroom. So Google Classroom will be your main nga learning portal or learning management system ang tawag natin dyan, LMS, no? Learning management system. Yun yung gagamitin ng mga teachers ninyo to ask for your outputs, for example, to send your outputs. So yung ginawa ni Nimuel kanina, pwedeng video. For example, you will be asked to create a TikTok video or whatsoever. Now, instead of posting it doon sa Facebook, no, pwedeng doon sa classroom nyo i-submit so that only the teacher will be able to see your output for the grading purposes. Okay? So, yun, no? May privacy siya. So, pwede doon. Safety, yes, tama, no? Kasi doon sa Facebook, you will be subject to a lot of criticisms, no? Pero, if the intention is good, if the message is good, why not? No, why not share it to Facebook? Pwede din. Pero dun sa mga outputs natin, pwedeng dito din sa Google Classroom. Mas organized siya at saka of course, pag sinasabi nating deadline, makikita din natin yung deadline, no? Kung na-late ka na, pwede ka din namang mag-submit siguro based na yun sa preference ng teacher nyo. Kung ano yung instructions nila. Okay? You just listen to them. So hopefully, you learn the basic of using Google Classroom. Okay? So now, before we proceed, do you have any questions about how to use about Google Classroom rather? Yung mga hindi nakapasok, don't worry. You will still have time to siguro mamaya, no, mamayang hapon or kailan nyo gusto, pwedeng i-try nyo yung code. Hindi ko muna i-delete yung classroom para makapag-interact tayo doon, para matry nyo, pwede, no? Or, pwede sila teacher, sila sir at saka si ma'am, may code na sila, may classroom na sila, pwedeng doon na kayo mag-ano. Pero, please lang, no, do not post doon sa stream mga unnecessary na mga messages. Again, please do not post unnecessary messages. Hindi siya messenger, no? Para hanay ang inyong classroom, dili siya hugaw. Kaya makitaan man na sa tanan. Okay, any questions? Sige, maghatag kog load sa mag-ask og question regarding sa Google Classroom. Wala? Wala ka na load? Dagan kog load.
Wala man ko mapangutana, sir.
Sige. Very good. So does that mean
Unsa
that
akong ipangutana?
No.
Mao akong pangutana, sir. Unsa akong pangutana?
No. Okay. Let's qualify. Okay, sige, let's proceed na. Since I can see, I hope no nga nagil mi na learn ha basin og nag kuan ra mo din ha ang waday mo ina kanay lang. Kindly mute your mic. Okay, sige. Okay, let's proceed. You see, as the teacher kasi, as the teacher class, please be mindful of your microphone, of your video cam, para intaw, no? Dili madugay ang inyong klase. Nahurot na daw ilang MB. Sige. Actually, for 4 hours, estimated na magagamit doon sa Google Meet nyo na online class is around 1 gig or more, no? Dili gyud siya maubos og 1 gig class. Why? Naga-play man gud siya video from your classmates nga naga-open, i-adapt man na nila so consume na siya more That's why sometimes si teacher sa Google Meet, pwede siya moingon nga sige, i-off lang sa ninyo inyong camera para mas tipid-tipid mo og load. Okay gina siya. Tinuod na siya, no? Kay the more nga mag-open og kung mag-open mo camera tanan, of course, mas dako og kaunon ang data. Mas gamay ra man og kaunon kung sound lang, okay? So, yon. Required pa ba mag-send og formal picture? Yes, please. You try. That is for trying to engage on the use of Google Classroom. Yes, Nimuel, do you have questions?
Sir, excuse me po, sir.
Oh, yes.
Di ba, sir, naputay ko an ka ng online class. So, bali, sir, pag online class, tapos may kukuha pa din po kami ng module sa school.
Okay.
Ganun po.
I think that question will be addressed by Sir Rainer. Sir Rainer, are you listening po? Kindly answer
Hello. Yes, Sir Neljan, thank you. Limuel, I heard your question. Yes. We talked with Sir Limot kahapon regarding those students who will opt or chose to go for online class. So he said that I suggested na for those who will opt for online class, you will no longer answer the modules. Kay madoble naman ang time, effort, and money. So kung mag-online class, online ang teacher na ang mag-ano sa mga requirements basing on the MELTs, no? Kay same raman gihapon ang lectures sa online o module ang mga topics nga ma-discuss. So if you opt for online class, purely online na, no more modules. Then for those who cannot join the online class due to some mga factors or circumstances such as walay mga mobile phones, smartphones, laptops, and internet connection, especially if you are living in mountainous areas or far-flung areas. So you will opt for modular class. Again ha, katong dili ma-reach sa mga no internet connection, still module mo. Then for those who are with internet connection, good internet connection with laptop or with smartphones, we are you are highly encouraged to choose the online class. This is for you in preparation for your tertiary education, especially that you are a STEM student. So dapat you are the kanang model no advance in learning, especially in these trying times. So yon, kung mag-module, atong ihatag sa katong dili ma-reach ang mga signals, walay mga phones and etc. So for those nga kaya ra mag-internet, kaduha ra man sa isa ka semana, so we encourage our parents to really support our students, no? Your daughters and sons kay para man pud ni sa inyo or sa atong tanan, no, dili kay pa social kay online. No, we need to really adapt. Kaso lang naata sa pandemic wala ta naka-prepare og advance. So ing ani na ang mode of delivery in the international schools, no, we are left behind, nabiyaan na ta. So kailangan nga mo adapt na gyud ta. We will no longer stay or stick on the traditional way of teaching. Tudloan gyud ni teacher, si teacher gyud ang naagid si teacher every now and then. No, we can really provide quality education through this, no, online class, modular, printed modules, digitized modules, and many others. So we will maximize. Even in the messenger, we can teach you, no? Or kung gusto pa gyud aton sa balayan, hala sige, considering nga vaksinan lang ang tanan, no? Why problema? So kana na siya ang kabaghuan karon. We will no longer dwell more on the traditional way of teaching, but we need to adapt what is present in these trying times. So I hope it is clear and kanang clear to all of us, especially to our parents nga as much as possible, taga-poblasyon, Sibagat, Mahayay, San Vicente, Wawa, Afga, El Rio, you will take or choose the online class. While katong nasa mga bukid-bukid, mga Sinay, magsaysay, kung wala kay signal, you need to choose the modular mode of our kanang delivery sa learning continuity plan nato. So kana siya. Thank you. Any questions?
Nimuel, do you have question? I kindly unmute.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, lalang po ko yung concern, sir. Kasi sa mga kuan po, like, mag-uli og module, yung iba po kasi, sir, hindi pinapasulod, 17 pababa, hindi po pinapasulod. Ako po, sir, okay lang po ako kasi 20 naman na po ako. Pero concern lang po ako sa iba na hindi makapasa kapag kuan, hindi pinapasulod the guard. Yun lang po.
Okay, thank you, Limuel. Yes, that is true because we are following the local health protocol set by our local and provincial government, no, as well as the national IETF. It was cleared in the executive orders na yung 18 below during the MSCQ and GCQ are no longer allowed to go out from your respective homes or houses. So yun, no, it's not for Sibagat alone, but this is through to all. No, that is for our own protection, especially you are pediatrics, no, mga bata pa, so you are really prone to acquire the infections of SARS-CoV. So as much as possible, your parents should be the one to submit your modules. Maubaya na ang nasabutan before nga ang mga parents good ang muhatod. Good for us kay nag-GCQ ta karon murag gipaluwagan nga ang mga 17 years old below makasulod. Pero before the MSCQ, we were no longer allowed to go out, no, from our respective homes. So yun. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Anybody who has questions regarding the topic or the concerns raised? Okay, seems wala na. Thank you so much for your engagement, no, for engaging in our activities for this morning. I am very happy. Now, before we proceed, since wala nang questions regarding Google Classroom, I would just like to ask anybody. Okay, kitne. Kanina wala akong nabigyan ng load, no, kasi walang nag-ask ng question. Ngayon, another load price for those students who can differentiate and explain to me based on what you have learned a while ago the use of Google Meet and Google Classroom. Ano ba yung pagkakaiba nila at saka ano yung gamit nila? Anybody who would like to explain, to share the idea? Sige nga. Anybody who's brave enough? Sige. Yes, John Paul Polistico.
Sir, I believe sir ang differentiation sa Google Meet o Google Classroom kay ang Google Meet is di nita magklase tapos magklase ka tapos ang Google Classroom is where we submit our activities and written works. Moro to sir.
I love you, John Paul.
Wow, sana all. Thank you so much. Okay, that's very good, no? John Paul, at least, no, John Paul have already seen the broader concept and specific concept of how these materials, yes, of course, no, materials will be applications rather will be put into use when you will be having your online class. Thank you so much. I hope, no, you find these applications useful and meaningful. Okay? Very shy daw sila. Okay, don't worry. No, you can anyway, if you have ideas, ang maganda kasi dito, while your classmate is answering, hindi ka pagsasabihan ng walang respeto or wala kang walay disiplina. If you will just share your idea dun sa messages natin. It's very okay. Para sa ako, if I am your teacher, then John Paul, for example, is explaining the same topic, the same question. Tapos ikaw may idea ka rin na gusto mong i-raise. You can type your idea. Para sa akin, okay lang yun ha. Because we are open, no? We are open for the ideas of others. Okay? I will welcome that, no? So, if you have ideas, mahiya kayo magsalita, don't worry. Pero as far as kaya ninyo nga magsalita, just try your best, no? So, pwede lang mag-type if you have ideas so that it will be called upon by your teacher. Pwede mabasa man na niya while discussing. Okay? So, thank you so much. So, ang mga load earners na to for this morning, we have Castro, Ilagan, and Polistico. Virtual applause for these people. Virtual applause. Thank you.
Kusog mo pat ang nakaload ba?
Okay, sige.
Ang nakaload.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Sir Solarte, oh yan, may message Sir Solarte, no? I encourage you to choose the online class because you have access to the internet smartphone. You see, I can say personally, no, as the ICT coordinator of our school, I can really say that you are very fortunate. The classes who were selected to have an online class were very fortunate to have the chance to experience the online class. Why? When you proceed to college, game changer to no? This is the main modality used in the colleges. So, we have to get used to this, okay? Para bang, ito na talaga yung new normal. This is part of the new normal, no? And as a person, as a human, we tend to adapt, 'di ba? Nag-adapt gid ta, no? Flexible ta, 'di ba? Kung unsang available, unsay kaya, atong paningkamutan, no? So, ingon ana. So, at least nanatay background gamay. And I am happy to share to you. Okay, so proceed na tayo doon sa last. So, I will see to it, no, before 11:30 mahuman na ta. Okay, so doon tayo sa last, yung tinatawag nating Google Form. Thank you so much sa mga nag-participate. I hope, no, that you will have the same energy and passion during your online classes. Okay? So doon na tayo sa Google Forms. Sino ba dito ang parang walang idea, wala pa talagang idea kung ano yung Google Form? Kindly raise your hand. Yung bago pa lang nalaman yung word Ngayon lang narinig. Okay, thank you for being so honest. Very good, no? That's great. Okay, wow. So ngayon nyo lang siguro pa siya narinig. So that's why I will let you experience firsthand. So first time na ma-experience nyo ito. Okay? So, ang gagawin natin ngayon is, I will not teach you how to make the form. Okay? Kasi this is not your concern. I will teach how to make the form on your teachers na soon. Okay? You can lower down your hands now. Pwede na i-lower. Okay? I will teach you how to deal and how to answer in Google Forms. Okay. Sometimes the teacher may opt to choose to use Google Form as part of your summative. So paperless. Pag sinasabi natin paperless na yung exam, wala na. Tuplok-tuplok ka na lang doon sa phone mo. Question tapos answer. Question tapos answer. So, ngayon, I will show you one of the forms. At saka nag-design na ako para i-present sa inyo ngayong umaga. Okay? Sige. So, again, allow me to share my mobile phone. Dali lang. And then, I will be sending a link sa ating, okay, everyone ha, I will be sending a link dito sa ating chat box sa Google Meet, pero please do not open the link yet, no? Do not open it yet because I am going to explain it to you first. Klaro? Because ito na yung gagawin natin for evaluation. Actually, ito na yung evaluation. Yung Google form, ito na yung evaluation. After this, end na tayo. Okay? You will receive your certificate later na dayon. Okay? So, I will send a link and then please do not open that yet. Ako muna yung mag-open. So, ito na yung link, no? So, later, ganito yung gagawin nyo. Just watch my demonstration. So, yung Google form, si teacher, nag-set na siya ng mga questions kung ano yung fill upan ninyo na mga data. Dali lang. Okay. So, ngayon, I will open the link. Okay? This is the link of the Google form. Same process that will be done when your teacher will ask you to answer something or will require something from you. Usually, yung Google form, ginagamit natin siya for registration sa mga online events. Yon, ginagamit natin yun. So, kung sino yung mga nakapag-register na sa online events, ito yung makikita nyo. Ngayon, pag open nyo ng link, ito yung unang-una nyong makikita. Okay? So, o-open yan sa browser nyo, no? Yung link ma-open sa browser nyo. So, kung browser nyo Google Chrome or anong browser yung nasa cellphone nyo, automatic yung mag-open. And then, dito, may picture akong nilagay yung sa poster natin. And then, may nakablagay dyan, webinar with feedback form. And then, sabi dyan, your certificate will be given after you fully accomplish and submit this form. Meaning, walang Google form. Kapag hindi nyo ito na-answeran, wala kayong certificate. That means absent kayo. Klaro? So, yun yung mangyayari. Somebody is raising a hand. Yes, do you have questions? Lumukso? Faithlin? Wala na, wala. Okay. Sige, be mindful of your ano. Okay. So, ngayon, we have, balik tayo. Dito, I will ask you to sign or to type your, actually, para lang kayong nag-fill in ng form, pero digital siya. Sa cellphone siya. Ganun lang talaga. Wala nang iba. No? So, I will ask you to write your name, pero make sure that you follow the instruction. Ito yung sakit ng nakararami. Hindi binabasa yung instructions. Sabi dyan, full name first, tapos middle initial. Kapag middle initial, hindi buo, no? Hindi buong middle name. Kasi kapag middle name, buo 'yon. Kapag middle initial, letter lang, okay? And then your last name. So wag kumpletuhin ang middle ano. Kasi I will just copy paste, no, for your certificate. So, for example, nandyan, no? Neil John B. Aurelia, and then this will appear in your certificate. So, let's type, for example, okay? Neil John. I-capital na lang natin lahat, no? If gusto nyo na capital yung lalabas sa certificate nyo. Ay, sorry po. Okay, yon. Then, after, down lang, i-down lang ninyo. Ay, pataas rather. And then, select kayo ng grade level. Okay, this one could be, kung sa teacher nyo na to, personal information pa tong kinukuha ko. Kung grade 11 ba kayo, grade 12. Dalawa lang naman yung participants natin, di ba? Grade 11, grade 12. Dalawang types lang. So, for example, grade 11 pa ko, kay cute man ko. Char joke lang. Tapos, section. Section, ito. Kung nakita nyo dito, sa grade level, you can only choose one answer. Okay? So, sinet up ko yan na kung saan hindi kayo pwedeng pumili ng dalawang answer. So, it would be impossible that the same person would be grade 11 at the same time grade 12. So, isa lang, grade 11 lang. Then, make sure na may green siya ha, kasi yan yung na-select nyo. And then, sa kata, gamay, section. Of course, we only have 2 sections today in attendance. We have Mindel and Descartes, no? So, we have, for example, grade 11 man, so Mindel, section Mindel. So, ito, ang tawag dito is drop-down list naman ito. So, kapag ka, ato na lang ni isa ang explanation ha, kapag ka si teacher may quiz sa inyo, pwede yan true or false. For example, true or false, no? Kani, multiple choice, kani bitang grade level, itawag na to na siya multiple choice. Kani, section, grade 11, pili kang isa, na drop down list. I-click lang ninyo ng arrow, then pili dayon. Okay? So, Mindel. And then, you type your contact number. Okay? Short answer yan. 09. Okay. Yon. And then, yun na. After that, okay, kung may na ano kayo, na-observe kayo, mayroon nakalagay dito, ano ba to? Asterisk, no? Asterisk may required. Asterisk required. Meaning, lahat ng nakikita nyong may asterisk, hindi pwedeng laktawan. So, dapat, just like this one, full name, tapos sa last may asterisk, di ba? Ito, asterisk o. Tapos, grade level, may asterisk din. So, hindi pwedeng walang sagot yung part na yan. Nakuha? So, meaning, hindi ka makapag-proceed kapag hindi mo na sagutan lahat ng may asterisk. Yan yung palaging problema ng mga taong nag-a-answer sa Google Form. Sabi nila, sir, di ko kabalo. Di man mo next. Dili siya mo next nga naman. Just like this one, i-reason na akong number. Okay? And then you click next. Okay. So, hindi siya mag-proceed. And then automatically, i-highlight niya yung area na kung saan walang sagot. So, sabi dito, this is a required question. Meaning, dili pwede laktawan. Actually, sa tanang nagpa-enroll through online enrollment system, nakaagi ani sa tinuod lang, no? Tanang nagpa-enroll nga nag-agi sa online enrollment system, nakaagi na aning Google Form. Okay. So, we have, atong i-type balik, kaya di man siya musugot. So, kung wala talaga kayong number, pwede nyo lagyan ng NA or not applicable, no? Sige. So, naka-follow pa ba? Sige, next na tayo. Okay na? May sagot na lahat. Okay. Pagka next niyan, meaning, parang kung sa papel pa yan, ibang pahina na naman yan, no? Another page. Okay? So, here, I designed a sample question dito sa baba. I designed sample questions, for example. Later on, you will deal with this also. So, pwede nga ang quiz ni teacher, ingon ani-on niya, sa Google Form na. I-click lang ninyo ang link, tapos you will answer. Okay? So, direct na. Wala nang papel-papel. Wala nang yellow paper. Wala nang notebook. So, for example, question number 1. What is the name of your advisor? So, of course, sige, piliin nyo dyan mamaya. No? Sa akin taraw, ang ako taraw advisor, si Sir Michael Natinga. Taraw lang ni ha. Sample lang man ni ako So, later, be honest on your advisor. No? So, multiple choice siya. And then, we have, this webinar is very useful for STEM students for taking online class. O taking online class. Sample question lang ito. Ang pipilian is true or false. Okay? So, meaning, pwede ka diri quiz, no? So, butang taraw na ako. Na, true ni siya. Oy, of course. O, ako na good na. Lisod pod. Then next, another. Ito na yung dili pwede gara-garaan. Kay mao na ni ang ato ang gitawag og webinar evaluation. Katong second page ganina guys, pwede niyo to balikan. Ato lang mo sa pinakaubos. Tapos diri mo sa back kani i-click ninyo ning back, no? Na i-back din ha. And then pwede ninyo balikon o i-edit ang inyuhang answer before kung namoy utrohon. So karon mag-evaluate taraw ta sa ato ang webinar kaning gibuhat nato karon. Pero sa inyong case, inyuhan ni siyang seryosoon ha kay amo aning basis para sa next namo nga seminar or webinar pohon, okay? Sige. So we have here provide your honest feedback to receive your certificates. Sige. So relevance of the workshop, gamit ba ni nga workshop? Sige, butang na to. Best taraw. Sustainable impact to the participants, best. Uy, buing. Relevance of the topics discussed, best. Uy. Anya, conduct of seminar on time, kani naka-on time ba ta? 8 man ta dapat no or 8:30. Sige, better lang taraw nato ni. Tapos planning and management of the activity, okay ra ba sa inyo ang pamaagi namo nila Sir Rainer, Sir Solarte, butang best oy ako good. Sunod. How would you rate your overall seminar or webinar workshop experience karon? 4 ang 1 tapos 5 ang excellent. So sa ako taraw is kuan 4 taraw. Next, how would you rate the resource person? Ako, kuan taraw, 4 taraw. Ana, kay nasig-off ang laptop. Sunod, what do you think were the advantages of the seminar or webinar workshop? Type ka diha Type ka sa imong idea, opinion no, opinion based ni siya no. So walay mali nga answer. So in your class pohon, si teacher maghatag sa inyo Google form as part of your assignment, as part of your task. Pwede nga diri siya magpa-explain. Essay, pwede diri multiple choice, true or false, matching type, pwede diri tanan. So i-click lang ninyo ang link, automatic maka-submit na mo sa inyong answer. So ako lang sa ni siyang butangan og no kay kamo naman taraw mo tubag ana no. What do you think were the weaknesses of the webinar workshop? Ako sa butangan og no ha. Sample sa ni ha. Do you have feedback to the resource person? Ako sa butangan og no. What are your suggestions? No. Basahon ninyo ha. Dili pwede laktawan, dapat naay answer gyud tanan. Kay kung naay walay answer, mahibaw-an man namo na diri sa amo ang end. Tapos, provide at least one of your takeaways. Unsay na-learn nimo from this webinar. I-type nimo din ha. Butahan sa nakog no. Sample na ni ako ha. And then, dito sa ubos, nay nakabutang nga submit. Or if you want to go back to page 1, unya i-erase nimo imong answer kay waka ganay sa imong mga answer or na-send sa imong bagong answer. Joke lang. I-clear form nimo, no? Clear form. Tapos, you click submit. After that, ito yung mangyayari. Your feedback has been recorded. Please wait for your certificate to be generated. Mga unya na guro gabiin ako ihatag inyong certificate ha kay isa-isahan pa man ako mughimo, no? And then ako ra i-send sa inyong GC. You can access it wala nang MS Teams sa teachers na siya, sorry. So if you want to edit your response, pwede ka mag-edit. I-click lang nimo ng edit response. Or kung naamoy kauban diha, for example, nga wala siya cellphone, nya classmate mo, pwede ka mo submit another response para iyaha na po dayong evaluation. Kay one submission is good for one student. So kung duha mo diha, mas maayo nga mag-submit ka og lahi nga form para sa iyaha pod, para naapod siya evaluation. So pwede isa lang ka cellphone for many people. So that is how we use Google Form. One of the things that you need to take note, very important thing is do not ever share your personal information like your password or account. For example, sa Facebook, password, pangayuan mo or sa ML or sa unsa pa na diha. Please do not share kay scam na siya. Okay? So, mao na siya ang kuan sa Google Form. Yun, very simple. That's how we deal with Google Form. Now, I would like to show you a glimpse of what will happen sa amuang nga end since ako man ang nagkuan ato no. So tagaan ta mo og view kung unsa ang feedback kada lang na nag-admit. So, pag human ninyong submit, automatically, ingon ani ang mahitabuan na diri sa ako. Ako sang i-open ha, kaday lang. Uy, nana may nag-respond. Ayaw sa si Nimwell, nana nagkuha na si Nimwell. Sige lang, Nimwell. Okay na to. Counted na to, Nimwell. Okay. Sandali lang ha. Ito yon. I am sharing now my screen. Ito yung makikita nyo. Kung maliit, you pinch your screen para lumaki yung yung screen sa inyong end. Okay. So automatically, just like now, nahuman naman ko ato, makita na din ako diri kung kinsa tong mga nag-respond sa ato ang questions. So kung sa kuan pa ni, kung sa quiz pa ni, summative pa ni, diri na mag-check si teacher. Diri na mag-check ang inyong maestra. So automatic siya, no? Real time siya. Pag human ninyo og submit, automatic madawat na ni teacher. Just like this one. Si natay nadawat nga duha. Buhaton po to ninyo ha. Na grade level, grade 11 mi duha. Section, Mindel mi duha. Tapos nara among mga contact number, makita namo. Tapos ang advisor, makita diri. Pila ka book ang nag-answer ana nga question. Okay, na true or false. Tapos naka-graph na siya no, automatic na siya. So sa amo nga end, dali na kaayo ang pag-check. Actually, ganahan gyud ko aning Google Form kay kung ikaw ang teacher, dili na ka mahasol og isa-isa og check sa summative, no? So I hope na yung mga teachers nga nagamit ani niya nag-share sa inyo ha about unsaon ni siya paggamit. So just like this one, gusto na ko tan-awon ang answer ni Niljan, automatic makita na ko ang iyahang answers. So naara, makita na ko mo ni ang iyahang gipang answer ganina. Okay? So same will work for you. Okay. So, yon. Yun lang yung way, no? As to how are we going to use Google Form for education. Use Google Form for learning. Basically, kuan lang gid siya, data gathering lang siya nga tool. Meaning, it's up to you to send a file or send the data. Actually, class, pwede po ka mag-upload dito og picture gihapon. Just like sa online enrollment form, kung nakabantay mo, we required to upload your card and your birth certificate. So, very clear, no? Now, if you have questions, it is time to raise your questions para I will give you time to open the link and then evaluate. Wa pa ko naghatag og go signal ha ayo sa. Do you have questions about the use of Google Form? Very simple lang gid siya, no? Sa kung kita ninyo. Yes, Nimuel. Wait, Nimuel, kindly ipaduol palihog ang imong imong mouth sa imong microphone kay dili kayo namo siya magtungog po. Come again.
Halimbawa, sir, nagdatag mo assignments, sir, dito sa nagdatag mo kuan, sir, assignment. Diretso na sa alarm po namin yung, sir, notification na nagdatag na mo kuan.
Opo. Okay. Once you can read that your feedback has been successfully submitted, automatic na 'yon. Automatic yung papasok sa amin. Wala nang notification na papasok sa inyo. Pero actually may feature siya na kung saan pwede ka naming bigyan ng copy ng answer mo, ng sagot mo, and then isi-send namin dun sa email na ginamit mo, sa Gmail for example na ginamit mo to answer the form. Kasi may email yan no? May email yan. Makikita nyo yan sa first, allow me to share my screen para basig maglibog manggod mo kung unsa nga email ang inyong gigamit, dito pod makita ang inyong feedback. So, andali lang let us have, andali lang, nasaan na yung ko. Thank you for that question, no? Nimuel. Saan ba yung in-call messages ito? Ito yung link, automatic ma-open. Actually, when you open the link again, after mong sagutan, ito. Babalik ka dito, no? And then dito, nakita niyo sa itaas, may nakalagay dito, Niljan Aurelia at deped.gov.ph. Meaning, yan yung email na ginamit to answer the form. Okay? So, kung ibang email yung gagamitin mo kasi, for example, nalimtan mo ang password ng email, doon ka sa switch account. Doon ka lang sa switch account, then you can click other accounts on your device para yun yung gagamitin nyo to answer for submission. Pero, hindi naman big deal yung email. Actually, hindi big deal yung email. Yan po. Thank you so much for your question. Any other question po? Para mag-evaluate na tayo. Do you have any other questions? Wala, natulog na. Natulog naman guro mo. Kung may pangutana. Yes, Nan. Wala na? Okay. Thank you so much, no? Before we end, no, I would just like to give you a few reminders, no. While you are on an online class, you can take screenshots. Pero please do not use the screenshots kasi wala naman talaga tayong wala talaga kaming, for example, kung ikaw yung humahawak ng cellphone nyo, wala naman talaga akong power to stop you from taking screenshots, no. Pero please, no, do not use that to destroy the dignity of other people, the image of other people, no. Just like may natutulog diyan, tapos naka-on yung cam niya, tapos wag na, no. Keep it in the class na lang. Okay? Kasi yun yung very important things, no. Another is, if you have concerns with your teacher, raise that concern directly to the teacher. Do not post it somewhere else. It's useless. Basically, it's useless, no. You are somewhat throwing something at a large crowd of people who don't really care about these things, no. So hindi ma-address yung concern mo. So if you have concern, tell your teacher directly. You can politely, no. You can send naman a message. Yun yung very kasi na mga mistakes ng mga bata ngayon. And then ano pa ba? Oh, mga memer, wag gawing mga meme yung mga mukha ng mga teacher nyo, no? Wag yung mga classmates nyo, wag naman ganun, okay? You should be a professional in dealing with your classmates and your teachers in an online platform. So, since recorded to, lahat ng activities natin dito will be recorded. Actually, I will be giving you a link later for those classmates na wala naka-appeal karon, naganta mo link aning recording so that they can also see what happened, what transpired during this webinar. So, yun po yung very important, no, na reminder that we want you to learn. Okay? Any other thing? Okay, for Castro DJ, Ilagan, and Polistico, kindly PM me, no, your cell phone number because I will be giving you free loads later. Okay? And then everybody, kindly click the link on the chat box. Ako i-copy balik ang link. And then kindly do your evaluation now while we are still in the platform. So that if you have questions, pwede pa nato matubag. Do you have any other questions? Sige na, pangutana kay basi di na ako katubag later about technicality sa paggamit aning cellphone, aning tulo ka apps. Okay. Another pala, no? When you are talking, you should know your microphone. Kung asa dapit ang microphone sa inyong cellphone para madunggan mo, ha. If you have external headset, para na akong gigamit or mga sa inyong kanang Samsung bitaw or sa nang Oppo nga mga headset, i-locate ninyo ang mic kung asa dapit ang mic. Mo ta ipaduol ninyo sa inyong baba. If wala mo yung mga headset, kaning part sa cellphone sa ubos na igamay diha nga mga bangag, mao na siya ang iyang microphone. So pag magstorya ka dili ka diri sa speaker, no? Diri ka sa ubos sa imong cellphone kay na diha ang microphone. Kung gusto nimo nga madunggan ang imong storya. Okay. Any other concerns regarding kon? Wala naman na. Marag nahurot na nako kong notes. Wala na? Sige, kindly answer the evaluation. Nanay 6 nga nag-answer sa evaluation. We have Iskabas, Kokon, Lumokso, and Dumagit. Very good. Okay, Sir Solarte, maybe you can take it away po. Thank you so much I am very grateful po, no, for the opportunity to share and to enlighten our students regarding the use of these applications. Hopefully, this will be put into good use and hopefully, no, you will be successful in your future careers. Okay, thank you so much po.
Okay, here we go. Thank you very much, no, from the bottom of my heart and in behalf of the senior high school faculty and staff and from our school principal, Sir Larry Limot and Sir Almeda, we would like to extend our heartfelt thanks and felicitation to Sir Neljan Aurelia B. A big round of applause, please. Webinar clap. Lahat daw, B, please open your cam and highest level of time prepared to our students for this online webinar orientation. And for the information of everybody, this is a pilot testing. So you are fortunate because you are one of the participants for this online class pilot testing for our school, for Sibagat National High School. So again, I encourage everyone and to our parents to please support your STEM students to join our online class. No, kay para makita nato ang mga glitch or mga flaws or mga kakulangon, no, sa ato ang online class for the future purposes, no, for next school year makita na nato ang mga unsay kailangan pa di ay nato. So we will kanang think this positively nga maka-implement all starting second quarter up to the last quarter of this school year 2021-2022. So if you don't have any more questions, I would like also to thank our parents who are presently online, no, for joining us up to 11:21 up to this moment, no. Salamat kaayo mga mommies and daddies, nanay and tatays, papas and mamas, no, who are who joined us in this virtual orientation and to our students. So I hope nga kitang tanan nakasabot na and we are ready. We are 100% ready, no, to take the online class this coming second quarter. Only for STEM students. So wala pa'y labot ang GAS o TVL. So abang-abang na lang sila for the next school year or depende sa instructions sa atong from our school principal if when are they going to have this online class, no? So for the meantime, we will focus for our STEM students since pilot testing. This is a pilot testing, no, online class. So hopefully we can generate funds or resources to support our online class. So I think our school principals, our administrators are exhaustively doing their part administratively, no, to generate funds nga makasupport sa inyo, ha. So for the meantime, ato sa kaugalingon nga financial resources ang atong gamiton, no, sa mi nga ang pinaka-struggle nato karon, no, pinaka-challenging factor in our online class and the gadgets. So I hope nga gamiton nato wisely ang atong mga resources, no. So kana lang siya, daghan kaayong salamat sa tanan nga nag-attend on this online webinar orientation for our STEM students.
Photo op muna tayo, sir. Photo op.
Okay, open your cam in 1, 2, 3. Please open your cam, my dear students. Okay, mga gwapa kay gwapo. So don't be shy with the backgrounds, no, kay it's not ka ng, wala siya labot. So, open your cam kay para for documentation purpose.
Cam lang i-open cam. Pwede ra i-mute ang cam.
mo.
Okay. Sige, open. 1, 2,
Cam lang ang i-open.
Okay,
Please
Mark.
focus to your...
Ryan Ilagan, wala pa. Si Iman, magpatok. Kindly open. Lichoros, Sambalot. Okay, ready. 1, 2, ready. Smile. Okay, again. Sandali lang ha. Sandali lang po. Kasi nag-take ka, sir. Hindi ko naka-open ng kuan.
Print screen ko.
Sige, sir. Kadai lang po na.
Steady. Ayun, sige, ha, please.
1, 2, ready. Okay. Okay na?
I think...
Nag-lag si
Okay.
sir, no?
Sorry, nalag. Sir Neljan, I think wala naman yata. So, I think we need to close this webinar. So, again, thank you. Salamat kay Sir Neljan and students as well as to our dear parents no, who are one way or another really supporting our STEM students. Daghan kaayong salamat to our senior high school faculty. We have Ma'am Ayado and Sir Morcilios. I think Ma'am Ara is here. And daghan kaayong salamat sa pag-appeal and pag-support. Okay, you can go na and you can
Thank you, sir.
platform.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you po.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir. Sa susunod.
Thank you, sir.
See you in our real virtual online class.
Thank you. There.
Salamat.
Okay po, sir.
Sir
Thank you po.
Neljan, pwede na mag-out?
Yes, ba? Sir, ako nang i-end, sir.
Salamat,
Sige,
sir.
salamat.
Okay, thank you.
Salamat.
Thank you.